He said he said they're gonna do some things to these Bills. They ain't gonna do nothing to these Bills today. Bills Mafia, where you at? We are back. It is Saturday, preseason finale, week 3. Bills, Bears, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Shout out to the Wrench Gang. Shout out to the family, all the watchers, all you guys are rocking with us today. Make sure you smash that like, that thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Click that bell, turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss a stream. We are going to be here all season long. You're rocking with your boy Jay today. It is Saturday, August 26th. And this is the last time we'll see these Bills and Bears until September. So shout out to you guys as we prepare to get ready. Prepare to get started. Let's go. Michael says, are you ready for Nathan Peterman revenge game? I don't want to hear anything about Nathan Peterman. We know what he did here, and I'm not worried about what he's going to do there. That is for sure. Shout out to Chris Biyama. What up, man? What's going on with you tonight? Eric in the building. Bob in Missouri. Rebecca Mafia in the house. Purple in the house. Mary Alice in the house. Everybody in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Let's prepare. Let's get ready for these Bills and these Bears. All right, Mafia, you guys know how we do. We got 30 likes. Try to get to 100 before kickoff. Let's make it happen. I know you guys are trickling in here, but we got to make it happen today. This is the finale, ladies and gentlemen. The finale. We got about 15 minutes until kickoff. Bills are favored by 4. And there you go. There you go. Shout out to Tactical. What up, man? Your Titans got to win yesterday, so my Bills got to win today. Shout out to you, Tennessee. Hey, Leo, what up, man? Bob, yeah, I got to cut the grass tomorrow. I got to get it done tomorrow. Tomorrow is grass cutting day for me. I'll be outside tomorrow all day. Tomorrow's an outside kind of day. Shout out to Parent78. What up, man? They didn't like that Tennessee heat with a side of the sauce. Put the sauce on the side. Tom Buller, what up, man? What's going on with you? Amber in the house. What's up, Amber? Says, let's go Bills. Chrissy says, I cut my grass earlier this week. Okay. Shout out to Luann. Says, I sure hope and pray the Bills take a W today. Come on, Bills Mafia. Let's get it going. Let's go, Luann. Shout out to you. Shout out to all the Bills Mafia in the house. What's up, Landon? What's going on with you, man? How are you today? Shout out to General Manager Walt in the house. What's going on? Demid says, how many games you doing today? Just one. Just one. Doing the Bills and the Bears today. Got some stuff to do this afternoon. And then tomorrow I've got a ton of stuff I got to do. So I got to take it easy. Plus, we got to get ready for the real season. We got to get ready for the regular season. So I got to pace myself. I got to rest up. Listen, you guys have no idea how significant this season is going to be. If you thought last season was crazy, guess what? This season is going to be way more. You're probably like, well, why are you saying that, Jay? Well, guess what? We doubled, not only doubled, we like tripled the amount of subscribers on the channel. And also, a lot of people have not only cut cable, but there's just been a shift in dynamic as far as people who are watching on YouTube now. So I expect more craziness in the chat. So shout out to the Wrench Gang for holding it down. But yeah, it's going to be wild. It's going to be a wild season. I'm excited for it. I'm ready. And we're going to have a good time. Like I said before, if we achieve our numbers during the stream, we'll do a jersey giveaway. But it's got to be right. It's got to make sense. If not, we will hold that off until week 1 regular season for the Bills game. So we'll make it happen. We will make it happen. Shout out to you, Sheila. Thanks for the Bills Mafia love. Getting to our early votes, we've got 51 votes, 80% for the Bills, holding it down. Shout out to the Bills Mafia for coming through. Rebecca says, I live for crazy. Rebecca, all right, well, make sure you're here because it's going to be wild. This season is definitely going to be crazy, especially when we play the Jets. It is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I can't wait. All the talking, all the garbage, all the discussion that's going to happen, and it's going to be a riot. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. Chris says, hopefully we get a heart back today. If you don't got heart, you don't have anything. Shout out to you, Chris. You already know, man. Shout out to Richard. Says, crazy is Jay Reason's middle name. Hall of Fame hat. You see it. We got the Bills logo, the NFL logo. I love this hat. This is my new favorite hat. I got so many hats, but this is it. This is the one. So I seen it. I had to get it. And then when I went and bought it, the dude that lives was like, yo, you want to like get some like stitching on the back, get your name? And I'm like, no, I want it just as it is. I want it vanilla. And he was like, what do you mean vanilla? It's got all kinds of stuff on it. I want it just as it is. That's what it means. I love this hat. Shout out to you guys. What's up, Broncos Flag Football? What up, man? What's going on with you? Bob says, give me a jersey and I will root for the Bills. Well, you might be able to win one soon, Bob. You might be able to win one soon. Shout out to you, though. Landon says, hi, can you stream the Packers game? I wish. I probably will at one point. But today, unfortunately, is not that day. You might want to check out Tom. Tom might be doing it. I'm not sure. I don't know his stream schedule. But I know when the Packers are playing, he's normally on it. So might want to check out my man Tom Grossi. Shout out to the Packer Nation over there. Shout out to those guys. But yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm sure it's out there though. You know, but over here we Bills Mafia today. Y'all know Bills Mafia 1 o'clock Saturday. This is the finale, ladies and gentlemen. Bills Mafia. We got to get a win going into the regular season. We have to get a win. Ric Flair, where are you at? There it is. Tactical says, Grossi is good, but he ain't Jay. You already know what time it is. Shout out to you, Tactical. Thank you for the love as we get into the pre-game show.
Game plan wise, whichever one of you guys want to take this, I get this a lot from Bills fans. I'm sure you guys do as well. If the middle linebacker thing isn't exactly set, is there a possibility that they could mix Taylor Rapp in there along with Matt Milano? 100%.
Yeah, and I'll say this, the issue would be...
Shout out to Susan and Jeffrey.
Who wears that? Because there's only one guy allowed with a green dot, which is the communicator to the defense. So if you take somebody out, someone comes back in.
Immortal week 1.
They'd have to figure out.
Yeah, good stuff, fellas. We're going to take a quick break coming up on Buffalo Kickoff Live. We all know the cut-down day is right around the corner. We're going to take a look at a few players who could sneak their way onto this 53-man roster. Stick around. We'll be right back.
All right. Explosion says, why do I see Nathan Peterman? Well, he's on the Bears, my friend. He is on the Bears. He is he second or third, Immortal? Is Peterman third? I think he's third. Yeah, he's back up to Mr. Fields. Shout out to Krieger Bailey. What's going on with you, my man? Portland, Jamaica in the house. Yeah, I think Peterman's third, if I'm not mistaken. We had him here on the Bills. He did absolutely nothing, so I am not worried. He's fourth. There you go. He's fourth. Sheila says, going to the Jags game, but get to see the beginning of the Jets game. This is an hour before our game starts. And I think Rodgers is starting today, too. So there's definitely going to be some eyes over there. Let me go ahead and let me stop playing around. Hold on. Hold up. Wait. I can't finish that because, we got to keep it PG. But, yeah, y'all know where I was going with that. Y'all already know. All right, let me go ahead and get the Let me get the scroll up on here for you guys. Let's get the scroll for you guys. Because we got 4 games starting at 1. We got the Bills and the Bears. We got the Cardinals and the Vikings. Chiefs and the Browns. And the Packers in Seattle. So let me go ahead and get the scroll up for you guys. Uno momento.
Ryan Vandemark. He's had a really good camp so far. He was on the Bills practice squad last year, and with how thin the Bills are at offensive tackle, I think he's got a good shot to make the 53. Tim, what do you got?
Heather, your answer is the right answer. He's going to be the guy that makes the team out of this collection of people we have. But I had to pick somebody. Here's Dean Marlowe. The Bills only keep 4 safeties, so here's a big surprise. They keep a 5th with Dean Marlowe, the guy that they traded for last year in Week 9. They bring him back.
I like
with Hamlin out, he started both postseason games alongside Jordan Poyer because Sean McDermott trusts him. That might be enough.
I'm going with Andy Isabella. All Bills Mafia's crush this summer. The wide receiver can return some kicks. I'm watching him today because I think he can make an actual run at making a roster spot. I think the Bills might have to keep 7.
Yeah, we got to keep Isabella.
That
is without a doubt. I like him. I think he's great.
Let's go back out to Chicago, Josh.
Explosive. He's got speed. And I think he's ready, so we got to keep Isabella.
The player to make the roster is defensive end Cameron Klein, and much like Tim Graham said, it's because I had to pick a guy. At the end of the way, his best shot at making the roster is if Brandon Beane feels like he can trade maybe Boogie Basham, A.J. Epinesa. Suddenly he creeps into that mix of defensive ends who could potentially make it. I think it's a long shot, but hey, he's got 1.5 sacks so far this preseason. Sal, what do you got?
I'm going to say right there at that position group, it's not just because he went to Syracuse University, but Kingsley Jonathan. He has had a really excellent preseason, and you know what? He played really well here last year. That weekend that the Bills were playing on Christmas.
Shout out to Jason. What up, man?
I think he has a shot.
PA in the house.
The praise Eric Washington gave him this week.
My surprise player who make the roster, running back Ty Johnson, who probably right now is the second best receiving running back on the team.
Shout out to you, Rick. Much love, man. Rick Keith in the building.
Receiving backs and not both Damian Harris and Latavius Murray, who are semi-similar in what they do. And Ty Johnson's got a really good look to make the team. Coming in this late, I don't think so, but it's not out of the realm.
At the end of last season, we were standing here. It was negative 20 degrees. Today it's 75 and sunny, so we're doing just fine. For Thad, for Sal, for Heather, Tim, and Matt Perino back in the studio, and for Bills General Manager Brandon Beane, I'm Josh Reed. Thanks for watching Buffalo Kickoff Live. Enjoy the Bills and the Bears' final preseason game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for the finale. Coming up soon here, Bills and Bears, last game of the preseason. This is the last time you will see these Bills and Bears until the regular season. So let's have some fun today. We got to end things out with a bang as we take a quick timeout, commercial break. Bills are favored by 4. So we'll see what happens. We've got Peterman on the board here, which is absolutely wild to see. Who remembers the Nathan Peterman days? Oh, it's almost like the J.P. Lossman days. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to go back to it. I don't want to hear it. We've got 122 viewers, ladies and gentlemen, 62 likes. We need 38 more. 38 more likes, 38 more thumbs up to get to 100. Let's make that happen before kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're smashing I like that thumbs up. It is much, much appreciated. I do thank you all for the support. My goodness, starting it off early, Mr. James Neely sending a $50 Cash App donation. Shout out to you, James Neely. Thank you for the $50 donation. Thank you for the support, my friend. Thank you. It is much, much appreciated. James Neely started off. First donation of the day, $50. You guys showing the love. Let's keep it going as we prepare for kickoff. George says, I got to watch the real game at the same time. Most of you guys do. I know. It's all love. Y'all switch back and forth. Y'all want to see the reaction, come through and chill with the squad. That's how we do it. Purple, yeah, depending on where it is, where you are in your region, you guys may see it on Fox or you'll see it on locally. Shout out to Immortal, the Paper Lions. Mario says, I want Kincaid matched up with Edmonds. Listen, there's going to be a lot of emotion for this preseason game. There's going to be a lot of emotions for this preseason game. You got Edmonds over there. You got Peterman over there. So it's going to be some bad blood for Buffalo. That is for sure. Shout out to you, Purple. Well, you know, close enough. Close enough. Close enough. Crispy says, don't remind me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for kickoff.
Bills Wall of Famer Steve Tasker. I'm Andrew Catalan. Cynthia Freeland joins us coming up. Sean McDermott is going to play everyone today. Steve, why do you think he made the decision?
Wait a minute. They're playing everyone.
Of course, they want to watch.
Oh, we're getting a real treat today. Let's go.
Out of their mouth from a week ago.
We better win if everyone's playing today. We got to get this W.
Play the starters. It would be a full 3 weeks before they played meaningful snaps again, and that would be in MetLife Stadium against the New York Jets. They want to stay sharp, and it's easier to do that on a shorter length of time. So they're going to play a little bit today, get some high-intensity snaps, and hopefully that will make them get off to a good start in the regular season.
One of the position groups Cynthia will be following today, the tight ends, as we say hello.
So Matt Siller canceled or refunded Kincaid National down this morning. Tom, that's crazy. I'd be spazzing out over that. I've been looking for a good Kincaid auto.
So far this preseason on early downs, 35% with two
So
tight
yeah,
ends on the field.
yeah, I've been waiting for an RPA.
Because last week we saw Dalton Kincaid be really effective, running really sharp routes and looking great, especially some choice routes, which you know that's a more advanced tight end type of route. So I'm excited to see what happens here today.
And the man
Jay put on that lucky color rush for the second half. No, I got the Gabe on today. I'm going Gabe Davis today. You know, the color rush is Stephon Diggs, and me and Diggs ain't having a good relationship right now.
Coming up next.
As kickoff's coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, me and Stephon Diggs, we ain't friends right now. You know, I had to put the color rush in the back of the closet. I had to bring out the Gabe Davis today. So I got the Gabe Davis on. I'm ready to go. If Stephon comes out and he does what he's supposed to do, I might switch to it at halftime. We'll see what happens. But today we got the Gabe on. We got the 13 on. Y'all see it. You'll see it on the show. They got the Gabe Davis on. I was thinking about the color rush, but I was like, you know what? Stephon Diggs, he just, you know, me and him ain't cool right now. We not cool right now. You know when you get into a fight with your brother, you like, you know what? I ain't rocking with you right now, man. That's what it is. We'll see what happens though. I might put it on if he comes out and does something, or you know how it goes. Shout out to Forrest. There's nothing wrong with rocking Gabe. Nothing at all. Y'all know Gabe is my favorite wide receiver anyway, so you know. Gabe's my WR1. Shout out to Darren. So the Gabe Davis is fire. Shout out to you, Darren. Much love, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for kickoff. 180 viewers, 74 likes. We need 26 more to get to 100. Make sure you guys are smashing that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. I do thank you all for the support. Bills Mafia in the building versus these Bears as we prepare for kickoff momentarily. He tweet on Stephen A. What else is Stefan ain't working? Y'all know I just don't like divas. I just don't like divas. And just get out there and ball, man. Get out there and ball. Do your job.
Buffalo Bills football is brought to you in part by Toyota, the official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Let's go places. And by Ticketmaster, the presenting sponsor of the Buffalo Bills 2023 season. Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the NFL.
He said, "Isn't that a Pat thing?" No, that's a life thing.
There's Sean McDermott, who has won 10 of his last 12 games in the preseason, making the decision to play all of his starters today. And on the other sideline, it's Matt Eberflus in his second season as head coach of the Chicago Bears. Prior to the Bears job, he's been 4 years as the defensive coordinator in Indianapolis. Buffalo won the toss. They elected to defer. And
all right, here we go.
Will start with the football. Tyler Scott on the return, getting across the 20 before Balin Spector in on the tackle. And Chicago is going to play its starters as well. There's Justin Fields, the first-round pick 2 years ago out of Ohio State. This preseason.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
With two
starters are out.
So has not played much, but has been effective when he's been
Fields on the field.
Track, Christian Benford.
And here we go.
Cornerback number 2 across from Tre'Davious White. They have rotated
first
that
and
spot,
10.
and today it's Christian Benford as a starter here in the final preseason game. Don't know what that means, but here it is.
First down and 10 for Chicago. And a handoff to Khalil Herbert.
Handoff Herbert. He gets wrapped up. No gain on the run. Ed Oliver on the tackle, ladies and gentlemen.
As we take a look at the Bills starting defense presented by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western New York.
Shout out to the triplets. What up, man?
The start up front.
What's going on with you today?
Tyrell Dotson manning the middle linebacker position once again. And as Steve pointed out, the starting corners today are Tre'Davious White and Christian Benford. No gain
second
on
and
first
10.
Down. Fields
throws. That's going to be broken up.
Incomplete. Intended for Cole Kmet.
Kmet was looking for a flag.
Yes, the Bills come out. They
Third
brought a
and
little
10.
pressure off on the first play, although it was a running play, and now just a straight 4-man rush. I think one of the things, particularly with quarterbacks like Justin Fields, and you've seen Fields and you've seen teams do this to Josh Allen as well. They run very few stunts up front. Now, this
shout
is
out to Melvin. What up, man?
Not going to do anything exotic. But an athletic quarterback,
third and 10.
They almost dare these guys, particularly young ones like Fields, to stand in the pocket and beat you with their arm rather than their athleticism.
Third down and 10. 4-man rush. Fields
throw broken up, incomplete, no flags.
On that one. Intended for DJ Moore.
Refs letting them play today, ladies and gentlemen.
And what a difference a week makes.
Refs letting them play.
The Bills were playing this kind of coverage as Benford is here. There was a pass interference call against Kaiir Elam, but today Benford, and I think one of the differences you saw
quick 3 and out
in that route, Benford trusted what he was seeing and got his eyes back into the backfield. So it wasn't like he was just hand fighting with the receiver when
if this was the Steelers game, they would have called 5. You would have seen 5 flags in that first series.
Flag away and let them play.
They're letting them play today.
3 and out forced by the Buffalo defense, and now Deontay Hardy is back deep to receive the punt.
Bears will punt.
Drifting over to his left, and fielded at the 25. Hardy out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
He's going to get about 3 yards in the return. Gets to the 28. First and 10 for the Bills.
So Josh Allen comes out. He played 16 snaps last weekend in Pittsburgh, going 7 out of 10 for 60
Shadow,
yards.
you know,
What'd you make of the
It's
performance
tough.
by Allen a week
I feel
ago,
like
Steve?
we're still going to see a big mix of Josh running and Cook.
Running around, but once again, he steps up in the pocket, makes some throws.
With Hines gone,
they had a couple of very nice
it's going to be tough to call
back because of penalties away from the ball. So that was kind of frustrating, but I didn't see too much about Josh Allen's game last week.
All right, here we go. First and 10
like,
Bills. We up.
Although you'd like to see him stand a little bit more in pocket and just make the throws.
Quick pass to Gabe
Pass
Davis.
to Davis, incomplete.
As we take a look at the Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western
Allen's
New
already
York,
throwing
Bills
rockets.
starting
Come on, Allen.
offense.
Calm
Once
down.
again, the rookie Osiris Torrance starting up front.
Shout out to you,
Dawson
Robert.
Knox is back. Remember, he didn't play a week ago because of a finger injury. And
You know I
couple
still
of
love y'all. It's all
players
good.
you won't see today. Matt Barkley with the right
It's all
elbow
good.
injury will not play.
Shout
so
out
when
to
Josh
Charlenta.
Allen is done, it'll
What's
be
going
the
on with you
Kyle
today?
Allen show here in Chicago.
Second and
Connor
10.
McGovern also out today after suffering a knee injury
Allen
in practice
throws.
this week. There is
And
Hardy
that's going to be
making
caught
the
by
catch at the
Hardy.
34.
He'll
Pushes
get
his
8
way to the
on the catch,
35-yard
third and
line.
2.
It'll be third down and short for Buffalo.
Yeah, this is nice. One of the things you like to see, Allen's ability to look at the field, looks to his left, then comes right back to Hardy on the right and fires the ball in. Plays like that are really hard to defend, particularly with a guy like Hardy, who's Brandon Beane said it the other
Here
day.
we go,
They brought
third
all
and
these
2.
Big receivers. I mean, like 6'4" receivers in. Allen still likes throwing to guys like Hardy and Isabella, the guys who are smaller, shiftier, that can
Allen
catch the
calls
ball and turn it up the field.
The audible,
Third down and
takes
2.
a snap,
Allen
looking,
stands in
throws,
there.
gets it to Diggs. Big first down.
For the Bills.
And he'll get 10 yards on the play. Stephon Diggs.
45-yard line.
Great pass protection, Josh Allen.
Shout out to Furious Storm coming through with the $2 super chat.
It collapses, just hangs in
Shout out
there.
to you, Furious Storm.
Never
Says, y'all,
gets
Nick,
touched.
show your
Waits till
support
last
with the
ball.
click.
Diggs from the far outside.
Shout out to you,
Receiver
Furious. Thanks for
comes
the
all
support,
way
man.
across. Allen waits on him, knows he's going to get there and delivers it. That was a nice, well-run play. Those two guys have played together for a minute, so they trusted each other.
Says, come on, Bills, get the ball, run.
A gain of 11.
go.
Hand off to James Cook.
And
His
Thumbs
first
up.
carry.
Y'all
Fighting.
Nichols show your support with a click.
And he gets maybe a yard out of it. We told you Connor McGovern is
Yo,
not
Jay,
playing
how's y'all draft
today,
tight
so
end
starting at
doing?
left
Furious
guard
Storm
is
with
David
another $2
Edwards.
super chat. Let's go.
Khalil Shakir is also nicked up.
Kincaid,
A rib injury, so
the kid is
Shakir
balling.
will not
I'm
play.
excited. I'm happy he's on the squad. And I think he's going to compliment
well offensively, have a couple of good positive
Knox,
plays here, a couple of first
without
downs
a
in
doubt.
a row. But you do all this, and you
Shout out to Patty.
plan for the team.
What's
you're
going on with
playing
you, Patty?
against.
Bills
I remember
Mafia in the
such a
house.
great
Let's go.
feeling when you
Second
actually
and
get
9.
plays that you know are going to work.
Allen pulls it back and connects with Hardy.
Hardy,
Speedy
nice
Hardy into
move.
Chicago
And he'll get
territory.
about 6. It'll be
Tackled a
third
few
and
yards shy
3
of a first down.
at the Bears 47.
It'll be third down again for Buffalo.
Robert, yeah, they are.
A lot of
Playing at
short,
Soldier
quick
Field.
passes here in the opening drive for Buffalo. Josh Allen, with the exception of the Diggs crossing route, just getting rid of the football. A little misdirection there. Rolls out with Hardy. If Hardy's covered, he's got plenty of space and time to look back down the field. But that's a play designed to go quick.
Third and 3.
Get Hardy into some space.
Third down and 3. Allen
Quick
over
throw
the
on
middle,
a
back to
slant
Diggs for a
and
first
out.
down.
Gets it over to Diggs for
Picked up on
another
the play
10
by
yards.
A.J. Thomas, but once again,
First down.
Stephon
Diggs is
moves
fired
to
up,
James
ladies
a
and
gain of
gentlemen.
10.
Yeah, A.J. Thomas coming from deep down the field as Diggs really
Yo,
ran a
Jay,
nice
how's
route
y'all's drafted day doing?
against Kyler Gordon. Gordon couldn't keep up with him, and if if the safety doesn't come down, that's a touchdown.
Diggs is hot on the Buffalo sideline as he comes off.
I don't think he wanted to come off.
He
I
did
don't want to
not.
put too much stock in preseason numbers, but
First
entering
and 10.
today, the Bills were 45% converting third downs and already 2 for 2 on this opening drive.
Hand off to Cook. Goes up the middle. He'll get about
Takes
6.
it to the 30-yard line.
Second and 4.
7-yard pickup for James Cook, who's had a really nice summer for Buffalo.
I want to see a Gabe Davis touchdown
Yeah,
right now.
James Cook is going to get a lion's share.
35-yard
of touches
bomb.
this year
Let's
for the Bills
go.
offense. That could change with Latavius Murray and Damian Harris. We might see Damian Harris a little bit today. He's been injured. But
Shout out to Damon. What up, man?
A lot of Bills fans, including me, are anxious to see him have a full season as the lead back.
Another handoff
Right back
to
to
Cook.
Cook up the
Nice
middle.
run.
First down.
As Bills get the first down, 9 yards
Jack
by
Sanborn
Cook.
on the tackle for Chicago, but a good-looking opening drive for Buffalo after Cook races for 9 more yards.
Yeah, right up in behind the center. Really nicely executed. And that, listen, if you can snap off a run like that.
Shout out to
for
Eric.
9 yards right up between the guards, your offense is going to be pretty good.
Diggs is back on the field in the slot on the bottom of your screen.
Another handoff to Cook. And he'll get a couple on the run.
He falls up to the 20-yard line.
So that, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Why was
McDermott said the decision to play the
Diggs being animated on the sideline? You got 2 catches.
Best for the team right now.
What are you doing?
Preseason is
Come
a
on,
little
Diggs.
bit different based on where guys are. So he thought that this was the right move for this preseason. Doesn't mean he's going to do this every year, but this is what he wanted to see today to close out this preseason.
Second and 8.
Damian Harris is entered at running back, his first taste.
All right,
of the
Harris is in
preseason
now.
after missing the first 2 games with a knee injury. Second down and 8.
Allen throws
towards the
to
sideline, and
Davis, and he
Davis
drops
was not
it.
able to hold on.
Second drop for
Getting a hand on
Gabe
that one was
Davis.
Jalen Johnson for the Bears.
Yeah, it's well defended by Johnson. Gabe Davis.
Steven
comes
Davis
out.
says, hello, Jay. People
Johnson
expect their
just
team to win
did not
even a
believe
preseason game,
Davis
right?
was gonna go
Of
deep.
course.
Hard to sell that on such a quick
course.
developing route. Davis, you got to kind of know it's
Third
gonna
and
be
8.
a battle for that football, particularly when you can't get that defensive back to
Shout out
turn
to
his
Faces
hips
on
and
Fire.
bail out of there. He's going to be right there on the ball, and you know it's going to be a fight.
Shout out to you,
Down and
Jeffrey.
8.
Thanks for the
Now it
support.
looks like Dalton Kincaid has one-on-one coverage at the bottom of your screen.
Allen looking
looked that
around.
way first.
He's in
Now
trouble.
she's
Gets
down
out
to
of
the
it. He's on the run. Throws. Gets to the Gabe. Pushes through. Let's go. First down, Bills. 15 yards by Davis. He had to redeem himself.
That's just, I mean, this is why defense is sitting there. The defensive coordinators are over there. Checking
Jared,
for
I
what
have
to
no
do. They
control
call
over
this
that,
play,
man.
Get pressure.
I have no
and
control
Allen
over
just
that.
negates it, and then does what no offensive coach wants their quarterback to do. Throws across his body back into the middle of the formation, but because he's got that arm and that confidence, and his players know that he'll see them, they make plays like that. And as a defensive coach or player, you're going, well, what do you got to do?
First and goal.
First and goal.
Allen
Stands looking.
in there. Now looking to run.
And he's going to get around the edge, but he can't get back to the line, and there's a flag down.
2 flags in the end
Shout out to
zone.
you, Kathy.
Ronald
What's up,
Torbert
Molly?
is our referee today.
Bills
Yeah,
Mafia in the
that's
house.
why it's so tough when Josh Allen extends the play and just holds on to the football. Those defensive backs get more and more desperate not to lose coverage.
Holding. Defense number
On the
29.
defense.
Penalties half a distance from the previous spot. And a first down.
First and
That
goal at
penalty
the
against
2.
The Bears and Tyreek Stevenson, the rookie second-round pick out
Shout
of
out to
Miami.
Steven. Go Bills. You already know, man.
And this is it right here. Is
You already know.
Kincaid trying to get loose, and you think
Yeah, Kincaid was being held.
guys who run really good routes are just good for getting open and all. They get a lot of penalties called on them because defensive backs
What's
know
up, Trent?
once they make that
Shout out
move,
to you,
they
man.
start to
Angel
go,
in the
they've
building.
been had,
First and
and
goal
they
for
hang
these
on
Bills.
for
Here we
dear
go.
life.
So in a short yardage situation near the goal line, Ken Dorsey has Damian Harris in at running back.
Handoff.
Again to
Harris, run up
Harris,
the
up
middle.
the
Keep going.
Clouds
Touchdown,
way.
Bills.
He does. Touchdown.
Let's go.
What a drive by Josh Allen in the starting
Harris with the
offense.
2-yard
That's
run.
exactly
Bills
what
get on the
Sean
board.
McDermott wanted to see.
Did not take a
Touchdown.
negative play on the entire drive. Converted multiple third downs and ran the ball extremely well when they wanted to boot. So hard to imagine a better start for the Bills' #1 offense than they just displayed there. The star players showed up: Josh Allen, Steph Diggs, and
Extra point.
James Cook, and that's a really different start than we saw a week ago in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
It
Steve,
is up,
not one
and it is
penalty
good.
against the Bills.
And
on
Bills
that
started
drive.
off
Far
7
drive
to
from a
0.
week ago as Tyler Bass
7 minutes,
boosts the
22
extra
seconds
point.
left in the first quarter.
Hey, that could be it for Josh Allen and the offense. We'll see if Sean McDermott wants to run him back out. They lead at 7-0.
All right, quick timeout, commercial break. Quick takeaways. Seeing a completely different
Touchdown
game.
Bills Mafia. Go 09ers.
Shout out to you, Furious Storm. Coming through with another $2 super chat. Touchdown, Bills Mafia. Go Niners. See, that's real love right there when you got a Niners fan even showing love for the Bills Mafia. Shout out to you, Furious Storm. Much love, man. So we're seeing a complete change from the starters and what we've seen in that Steelers game. Now, obviously, Steelers defense is a little different than the Bears, but Allen was looking poised. The run game looks to be decent, and we're on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Bills Mafia. Quick timeout, commercial break. Shout out to Gate Smasher. Go Bills from Cedar Key, Florida. Bills Mafia in the house. Let's go. Shout out to Kat, says Bills Mafia. All right, as far as the votes go, 169 votes, 78% for your Bills. Serious Biz in the house. What up, Serious Biz? Babacar says, go Bills. More touchdowns? Yeah, I want to see a blowout. They got to redeem themselves fully for last week as we get back to it.
Touchdown drive, 5 out of 7 for 49 yards. It was capped off by a 2-yard touchdown run by Damian Harris. 12 plays, 72 yards. Took over 6.5 minutes off the clock. And we'll see what Sean McDermott decides. I don't know what more you want to see out of that Buffalo offense.
Michelle, yes. Yes, you did. Shout out to you, Philip. Wrench Gang in the house.
Maybe an explosive play or something, but
although they, we keep the train for the home games.
The only thing you get out of it is
give that authentic
really
experience.
Reps. And that's what you're really looking for. So whatever number they
shout out to Furious Storms coming through with another $5 super chat donation.
I don't have a problem with
Furious Storm showing the love today.
Now, after
love you too. Thank you for being fans. It's never overlooked by JC or shadows like me. Shout out to you, man.
Love you too, Nickel. Thanks for the joy you being your fans. It's never overlooked by JC or shadows like me.
Marcus Ingram coming in to make that play, and Sean McDermott fired up.
That was nice.
Sean is excited. It's time now for our Kaleida Health keys to the game.
Serious Biz, Yo, Jay, we need to get the Discord popping for real. I need a mod.
Well, we saw one of them,
if I can find somebody that's serious about modding for me, I'll set it up, man. Let me know. We definitely got to get it going, though. I set it up. It's just not active.
Be ready, and this is the last dress rehearsal. Everybody's playing.
Shout out to Lenny. What up, man?
To make this team.
All right, Cynthia, thank you. Bill's doing a good job stopping the run on first down. Greg Rousseau, the first to get there for Buffalo.
Yeah, we need a mod for the Discord. Like, once we get that going, I'm definitely going to need a mod over there. So if you know anything about Discord, send me an email if you're serious about it, and we'll chop it up. Michelle says, I learned something new today. Home game thing with the train. Yeah, that's for the home games. So we reserve that for the home games.
They've got a nice combination and nice rotation, both situationally and when they want to dictate what they do. And that the two of those guys.
Shadow, yeah, Murray's healthy. He's healthy.
First action in the preseason for Phillips, recovering from the shoulder injury.
Fields throws, almost picked off.
Maybe a good thing for Khalil Herbert
as Milano just
ready to drill him.
He was coming at full speed. If he would have slowed down, that would have been an interception.
Hit, and the ball actually popped right into his chest through the hands of the receiver. Milano
Michael Animate, we need a mod for Discord.
And catch that out of the air and turn it into a big turnover.
So shoot me an email if you know how to handle Discord.
Milano never misses a chance to hit a guy when they're coming across that middle. That's a nice play.
Third down and 11. The Bills defense trying to force another 3 and out.
Pressure.
Fields has time.
Fields
Now
runs.
chased by Rousseau.
And he's
Fields
got
looking
space,
to keep
but
it
he'll only get a
inside.
couple
He's
yards
well
out of
short
it.
the first down. Milano
And that'll lead
was
to
closing
4th and
quickly,
8.
And a heck of a job by Sean McDermott's defense.
Yeah, they did a nice job. They were covered well
Rick Keith,
down
yeah,
the
man.
field, and Fields did a nice job as well, getting this play extended, keeping his eyes down the field. Once he turned the corner, you see a lot of, and this is what the Bills players used to do in the early days of Josh Allen. They start watching the quarterback play instead of trying to get open and giving him an option. It takes a little bit of adjustment for a team to get used to a quarterback who can extend a play.
All right, Bears
Once
will
again,
punt.
Deontay Hardy is the return man.
Bills will take it from the
Backtracking to his
21.
21. And Hardy looks like he lost his footing as he tried to turn on the Jets. And the Bills will take over at the 25-yard line. And coming out to play quarterback is Kyle Allen. So Josh Allen's day is done. 7-0 Buffalo.
All right, so Allen is, well, Josh Allen is out, and Kyle Allen is in, unrelated. Someone said the chat box is messed up. Let's see if we can fix it. Let's see if we can fix it. Give it a second, and we'll see what happens. There we go. We should be good now. Shout out to Michael, says I just sent you an email. All right, cool, man. I'll check it out. Thanks for the support. William Nicholson, shout out to you, man. Much love, bro. As we take a quick timeout commercial break. As for the votes, 182 votes, Bills at 79%. Josh Allen will be coming off the field. Kyle Allen will be stepping in. And we'll see what happens. Bills up 7-0, 5 minutes, 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Stephen David, yeah, I heard about that, man. Yeah, rest in peace to Terry Funk. So we'll see what Kyle Allen does now, the unrelated Allen brother. After we get to this quick commercial break. 325 viewers, 117 likes. The next goal is 150, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're smashing that like, that thumbs up. It is much, much appreciated. I do thank you all for the support rocking with us today. Bills Bears, week 3. This is the last time you'll see these guys until the regular season as we prepare to get started with Kyle Allen coming in. Fast Furious 10. I'm doing good, man. How you doing? It's a great Saturday.
What Sean McDermott and Ken Dorsey have decided here is to take
Saturday
out Josh
football.
Allen, Stephon
Wouldn't have it
Diggs,
either way.
and Mitch Morse. But
Here's
all
a
the
question.
other
Do you guys think we
first-team
should have
starters are
Saturday
still in
football
there. So
games?
Ryan Bates
Or would it be
moves
too
in at
much?
center.
They're also in 12 personnel, which means Kincaid and Knox are
First
both
and
on the
10
field
for
at the
these
same
Bills.
time.
James Cook, the running back, with 5:46 to go in the opening quarter.
Play action.
Kyle Allen.
And he
He's
throws.
got Trent Sherfield
And
for
that's
a
going to be
first
caught by
down.
Sherfield for
Now,
19
Ken Dorsey
yards.
had a lot of praise for Sherfield this week. He said he's picked up the
Michelle
system
says, too much.
quickly
I'm a
and has
college
opened
gal.
some eyes. A
Shout out to you,
19-yard
Michelle.
gain.
Yeah, he said he didn't know too much about Sherfield before
Yes, it'll
they
be
picked
cool.
him up, but he does
No,
have some
that's
physical
college
traits.
day.
He's a bigger dude, particularly in the slot.
I respect it.
But he's opened the eyes of coaches, and he's also been a big factor inside the wide receiver room. You think about Steph Diggs being a big presence. It's great to have a second
First and
voice,
10
a
for these
veteran voice
Bills.
to come in with the pedigree that Sherfield gained for himself last year in Miami, and also have a voice.
Hand
Here's
off to Cook.
And Cook
Nice
comes
move.
close
He'll get
to
5 yards on the
midfield.
run.
Tackle from behind.
Second
at
and
the
5.
49 after a gain of 5. So Josh Allen's day appears to be done, and Bills fans, if there was any
Shout out to
nerves after
Rebecca.
what you saw a week ago, you can breathe a sigh of relief. 5 of 7 for 49 yards.
Jared says
leading
have
the Bills
Saturday
on a
games the correct way is
touchdown-scoring
more
drive.
always more in earlier
Yeah,
games.
it's hard to imagine them looking sharper than they did. In
You know,
that
it would
opening
be
drive.
interesting, but like I said, the training and the preparation and all kind of stuff, that's what really
fans will sleep better.
comes to mind.
A little better weekend
if we
this
had
week.
Saturday
Keep
games.
Josh Allen in bubble wrap until September 11th. Here's Cook.
Cook,
And
nice
James
move
Cook has
after
the
the
first
throw on
down.
a screen.
To the
And that'll be
Bears,
9 yards in the play.
42-yard
1st and 10
James
Bills.
Cook, who is, one of the question marks coming into this season for Cook was, could he
Faces on fire. That is not
he
true.
get his pass protection responsibilities and the attitude fixed to come up and step up and take a guy on in tight spaces and protect Josh Allen long enough in the passing game. And of course, he can run routes and catch the ball, but once in a while a defense will have the ability to dictate that a back will stay in and have to do that.
1st and 10.
He has done that extremely well this preseason.
First down and 10.
Allen goes deep, and it's going to be a flag.
Sherfield, the intended target.
Holding on the defense.
And let's see what the penalty marker is.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 29. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So 1st and 10 now at the Bears 37 after the defensive holding.
He can't. That's a great job by Sherfield, dipping the shoulder, making it, showing the contact and the holding. Sherfield's been so
Tyler, it's on the about page.
Because as Ken Dorsey told us,
it's on the about page.
We're playing him at every single spot all over the field in the offense. So if anything happens to anybody, we've got a guy who's taking reps there.
1st and 10.
Versatility has really been an asset for him in this training camp, and it's one of the reasons they're looking forward to having him in the offense.
Play action. Plenty of time.
Towards the sideline, incomplete. Looking for Deontay Hardy. As we check in with
to Hardy.
Well, we have the Imagine Staffing resume of the game here, and we're looking at Dalvin
Shows us with the
Cook,
Big
who
10 and Big
obviously
12,
is on the
college
field
should
and
go
scores actually
to
the first
big
touchdown of this preseason.
4 big
But I'm
conferences
looking at
in a
him.
playoff.
His breakaway percentage is what's really
That would definitely
important.
switch
That's
things
like
up,
the
Michelle.
opportunity to have 15-plus yard
I think it'd be for the
He
better.
led the NFL, and that's per PFF. And by the way, he averaged 6
then I think we
yards
wouldn't
per
have a
rush in weeks
TCU
11
and
through 18.
Bulldogs
So
game ever
things are
again.
looking good for this year.
We did
James
not
Cook
need that
should be
last year.
A big part of the
2nd and
offense,
10
no
for these
doubt
Bills.
about that. With 3:28 to go in the opening quarter, Allen gets rid of it quickly to Cook.
Gets it over to Cook. Nice
Using
move.
his
1st down, still on his feet.
A first down for James Cook.
But there's a flag, so it may come back.
For coming out hitting in the backfield, they might have been down the field too far as well. There's multiple fouls. It's going to be on Buffalo, bringing this play back.
Illegal block in the bag. Offense number 76. 10-yard penalty. Down.
That's going to go against David Edwards.
Yeah, these
who
are
on the
hard.
Start.
Yeah, these are hard to do because you'll see Edwards right here, and he just gets the. I don't even know how you call that a block, but there you go. You get out in space.
I don't like it, ref.
To catch up to those guys, particularly for these big.
I don't like it. 2nd and 15 after the illegal block.
That's a tough call, but if you're going to call that a block, it was in the back.
Michael, family friendly.
Against the
So you may have said something.
After they had 12 in the first half a week ago in Pittsburgh. Kyle Allen's pass deflected at the line.
Pass is broken
and
up.
Incomplete.
3rd and 15.
The slot. He was trying to get a little one-on-one and went on a 2nd and 15. They were really just trying to get half of that back, and they had it. They had it open. Isabella, you'll see it coming right across. That's where he was going. And Isabella had some separation. Would have been able to at least fall forward to get it to a 3rd and 7 or 8, at least.
Shout out to Rebecca. Come on, ref. Don't make Hoodie J come out.
Still 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15.
To get half of it back.
Come on,
Maybe
Kyle.
If Isabella breaks a tackle, get all of it. But
Go
now
in
they're
that
stuck
deep
3rd
bag.
because of the batted ball.
3rd down and 15 with Damian
Put some
Harris
air
in
into
the
that thing.
slot
Let's
at
go.
the top of your screen.
He's got time.
Kyle Allen
Goes
fires
for
on
it,
the
and that's
sideline.
going to be picked off.
Is Stevenson inbounds? That'll be the question. He was an interception for Tyreek Stevenson.
Yeah, this ball's underthrown by Kyle Allen as Gabe Davis. This ball's got to be out in here, and you can see they threw it right where he didn't want it to go. You got to throw that ball out ahead of Gabe Davis. He threw it short, and it turned.
All right, so, when I say put some air under it, that means don't zip the ball to Gabe Davis, okay? Come on, Kyle. as the Bears get the interception. 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 16. 3 minutes and 1 second left in the first quarter as we take a quick timeout. Commercial break. Faces on Fire says Gabe Davis, WR 1.5. No, he's WR1 to me. Getting over to the votes, 214 votes, Bills 79%. As for the scores around the league, right now you've got the Cardinals 0, Vikings 13. You got your Browns 0, Kansas City 3, and the Seahawks 0, Packers 3. As we get to this quick commercial break, timeout. Shout out to Forrest Green. Michael says, can't believe I accidentally picked the Bears. I was supposed to pick the Bills. It's like, I want to be a part of the 80%. Shout out to you guys. We'll get it back. Yeah, we'll get it back. Defense is showing up today, so I'm not too worried. But you want to see Kyle throw that deep ball. And unfortunately, he got picked off. So there you go. 344 viewers, 128 likes, ladies and gentlemen. The next goal is 150. Make sure you're hitting that like, that thumbs up. It is much, much appreciated. If you have not already, make sure that you also do subscribe to the channel. Click that bell, turn your notifications. That way you do not miss out. We'll be doing this all regular season. Monday night, Thursday night, 3 games on Sunday. That is the schedule. Obviously playoffs, and then the Super Bowl. Rock with your boy Jay. We have a good time, family-friendly environment, and it's always good laughs and good vibes as we get back to it.
And of these 4, who will have the most receptions this season? Gabe Davis, Deontay Hardy, Dalton Kincaid, or Dawson Knox?
Ooh, that's a good question.
QR code on the screen to vote. Be sure to tune in to Buffalo Kickoff Live.
I'm going to have to probably go with the most receptions between those 4.
So
I want to say Gabe, but I think they're going to try to use Kincaid a lot. He's the X factor.
Corners as Dane Jackson is in opposite Benford now.
Fields is going to run. He's got space, still on his feet. He'll get the first down as he picks up 13 yards.
Neal tripped him up, but not before Fields picks up a first down.
Yeah, and this, you can tell he cut it loose really quickly. He had his one read, and then he just took off. He felt the pressure coming around the outside, and instead of stepping up, keeping his eyes down the field and trying to make a throw, he had lots of space. He just tucked it. First down, and the drive continues.
Dotson and Klein out there together for the Buffalo defense as Fields
throws. That's going to be caught. And Moore still on his feet. Broke the tackle. He's still going. 40 yards to Moore. Big play for the Bears. Wow. Quick shout out to Irish Luck 775 for subscribing. Thanks a lot, Irish Luck. Welcome to the channel.
Found the dead area and put
Thank
kind
you
of
for
a juke
subscribing.
move on the crossing route. Did Moore went like he was crossing, then put his foot in the ground, just stopped and let the area vacate. Moved back to his right. Justin Fields left. Fields saw it, anticipated it. Nice play. And with all the space he had, he was able to extend the play.
1st and 10 at the 31 now for the Bears.
Pickup. 1st and 10 for Chicago.
And off. Another big gain.
9 more yards on a good-looking drive as Deontay Foreman is the ball carrier for Chicago. And it will be 2nd down and 1. So the Bills defense on the first 2 drives for Chicago forced 2 3-and-outs. But right now the Bears late in the first quarter just outside the red zone.
Bears fans getting loud. 2nd and 1.
DeMar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp are the safeties on this series for Buffalo. Back to Foreman.
Another handoff, and Foreman will fight. He'll get the yard to make it a first down.
With that spot, it looks to be enough for a first down.
Forrest says, get the starters back in right now.
8 guys inside the box. Bears
get them back in right now.
Gain, but it only needed a yard.
A complete difference in what happened when the starters were out versus
offensively and defensively. You change up a little
second
bit
string.
Of the
it's wild.
Of the field behind the defense. We'll see what the Bears want to do here.
Final 30 seconds of the first quarter.
1st and 10. Fields takes a snap.
Fields
going for it all to the end zone.
Incomplete.
And that will be incomplete.
Saran Neal had the coverage. And it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, the Bills sent some pressure.
I don't know what Andrew Dunn's
Dunn's
talking about, but
Taylor Rapp was in center field.
He's on something that I do not wish to take.
Right there, Saran Neal comes right off. And that's one of the things you saw Christian Benford do earlier. Get your
2nd
eyes
and 10.
around. Neal couldn't quite do that, but the contact wasn't sufficient enough to warrant a flag. Ends up the incompletion.
Fields is going to run it himself.
Fields keeps it, and he will get wrapped up. That's a loss of a yard.
By Christian Benford.
Yeah, this was a call.
As
Benford
Benford steps up on the defense for the Bills. Let's go Bills Mafia.
Denied. Fields kind of pump fakes and was just going to try and make one guy miss, and Benford was not having it. Great play.
Bills love to see that. We're through 1 quarter in Chicago, and Buffalo on top 7-0.
All right, quick timeout commercial break. Michael says, so what's the minimum age for ESPN Fantasy Football? I'm not sure. I have to look it up. That is a interesting question. What is the minimum age? Can someone look that up for me? Let me know. 16? Oh, okay. Shout out to you, Jared. Thanks a lot, man. See, you guys are great. Someone asks a question, it's like that. So according to Jared, it's 16 to join ESPN Fantasy Football. So there you go. All right, score is 7-0 as we end the first quarter, heading to the second. Ladies and gentlemen, Bills Mafia, we up. Should see nothing but red and blue in the chat. Shout out to you guys. Empire in the building says, Buffalo Bills fan here in Lubbock, Texas. Shout out to Texas in the house. John Salazar, what's up, man? What's going on with you? Much appreciated as well. Shout out to all you guys for rocking with us today. Bills Mafia, Chicago Bears. This is the last time you'll see either of your teams before the regular season, so make sure you lock it in. We're going to have some fun today. Shout out to JRNYMN14 for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Rebecca says, Jay, is there still a family room that shows the game starting week 1? Starting week 1. If you are a member of the family, you'll have access to playing the games with your boy Jay starting week 1. So yeah, shout out to you guys. The link will be posted up week 1 for the family members. So yeah, there you go. Immortal, I used to throw 70 yards. Serious business, hilarious. Calvin Parker says, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, how much wood we chuck in an hour? More than enough to start a fire.
The Bills and win great prizes. Predict the Bills, presented by Seneca Resorts and Casinos. A lot of Bills fans here at Soldier Field on a sunny afternoon in Chicago. Start of quarter number 2. And Sean McDermott's Bills out to a 7-0 lead with Steve Tasker, Cynthia Freeland, our entire crew. I'm Andrew.
We brought it back.
We thank you for joining us all summer long for Bills preseason football.
3rd and 10
by Toyota. Third down and 10 for Chicago.
And here we go.
Fields,
quick throw on the screen, plenty of space. Tackle is missed. Foreman gets 11 yards. That's going to be 1st and goal for the Bears. Quick shout out to Marco C for subscribing. Thanks a lot, Marco. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing.
Here and then put the 2 offensive linemen ahead of him. Ed Oliver getting a nice shot, and then you just got to come up and Dodson's got to take his shot. He's got to try and get to the back before the lineman can get out to block him. Couldn't get there. It was timed perfectly by the Bears. It's a 1st down.
Tyson Bagent
1st and goal.
The new Chicago quarterback.
Play action.
Throwing on the run. He's got
high throw and going to be just short, and there's a flag out.
Makes another tackle.
As Komet got hit, looked a little low. so this is probably going to be on the Bills.
This infraction.
Pass interference. Offense number 13.
Oh, wow.
10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Yeah, they
Against
picked him
Tyler
that
Scott.
open. Yeah. What will happen is right here, he blocks Rapp, and Rapp can't get out there to do that. Yeah, that's an easy call. Usually you'll tell that receiver to make it look like you're just running a hitch route and kind of play basketball.
Shout out to you,
and stay in
Richard.
front of the guy.
Much
He
love, man.
actually went in and looked like a blocking for a run. That's an excellent call by the officials. I wasn't watching for that, but man, oh man, an easy call for them.
Bajan's been an intriguing prospect for Chicago this summer, undrafted out of Shepherd.
First and goal.
Has thrown his name in the mix to be the backup quarterback.
And it's going to be dropped,
Robert Tonyan
incomplete.
with a drop right there to help out the Bills defense. Chicago has 4 quarterbacks on the roster, including a familiar name in Nathan Peterman, former Buffalo Bill. But right now, Bajan is running the second team.
Shout out to Benno Bangs Gaming
Deontay Foreman
for
running
subscribing.
back.
Thanks a
Bears
lot.
go
Welcome
into
to the
blue
channel.
medical tent. No report on whether he's injured or whether it's another reason for that.
Second and goal.
Second and goal from the 20.
Snap is off.
Bajan over the middle. It's caught, and Dotson is right
And
there.
Bajent
Now, we met
is
with
now
Sean
in
McDermott yesterday, and he said from a leadership perspective,
at quarterback for the Bears.
I've liked the week Tyrell Dotson has put together. That's an encouraging sign from Sean McDermott.
Yeah, Dotson right here is going to come up and close on that, and that's what you want to see from your middle linebacker. If he has a chance to make a tackle, make the tackle. But so much of what goes into that guy, and you see the little green dot on the back of his helmet. That's
Third and goal.
The guy who has that green dot is the voice of the coaching staff on the field. It's an important role.
Third and goal. Bajan
Pressure.
chased.
Bajent. He's going to run. Throws to the edge. It's broken up.
And that was Saran
And this will
Neal
lead
again,
to a
making
field goal
play. And it's
for
fourth
these
down.
Bears.
Saran Neal, who has always been known as a
So Jay, I know you don't know about
guy.
ESPN Fantasy Football, but can you get
Gets
their
some
money
reps during
in
the
real
season
life
with injuries and finishing
or in a
games
game?
out, but he's never really been one of those guys that they've depended on to do stuff like
Yeah,
this.
I'm not
And this
sure, man. I mean, any
preseason,
kind of
you've seen
fantasy
him
I've done,
make more
like
plays than think
I
we've
knew
seen
the
in last
network
2
of
or 3
people,
years combined.
and
He has really gotten a lot
whatever
of
pool
reps,
we had, it was
and
set
he's
up,
played much
you know,
better
on an
than
account,
we've
and we
seen
just
him
did it
play
that way.
defensively in the past.
Mike
But I'm not sure about
constantly
ESPN.
talked about Saran's athleticism, and we've seen it on display this summer. As Cairo
So field goal
Santos
is going to be good.
cracks through a 34-yard field
Defense
goal to put
stepping up.
Chicago on the board.
Bills
The
still hold down the
keep
lead after the
Bears
field goal
out
by
of
the
end
Bears.
zone,
Scores 7-3.
and they still lead it 7-3.
All right, quick timeout, commercial break. 13 minutes left in the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Got ourselves a close one. We have ourselves a close one. Patty says, is McDermott advertising for the clapper? He definitely reminds me of Pete Carroll with the clapping. That is for sure. You know, all he needs is some gum, and he'd be Pete Carroll's protege. Quick timeout, commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to you guys for rocking with us. Bills Mafia in the house. Where you at? Drop it in the chat. $413 viewers, 147 likes. We need 3 more to get to 150. Make sure you're smashing that like, that thumbs up. Shout out to JJ out in Delaware. Let's go. How is it out there? I drove through Delaware a couple times, but I've never stopped. For some reason, it always smells out there. I don't know why. Anybody know why? Shout out to Empire says, to this day, I've never been to an NFL game. I've told my wife my dream is to go to a Bills home game. Until then, I refuse to see any other team plays. Shout out to you, Empire. That's dedication, yo. We got to get you to a Bills game. Shout out to Nancy. Last time I saw the Bills live in Buffalo was with my dad. Love you, Dad. Shout out to you, Nancy. Yeah, I should have never said that. You guys are hilarious.
After the big hit by Ed Oliver on Justin Fields, the Bears immediately removed Fields from the game and brought in their backup quarterback. So Matt Eberflus was not messing around after Ed Oliver got a clean shot on the Bears starting
Travis
QB.
says, okay, I got a question. How much do you guys make doing these YouTube broadcasts?
Turn this kickoff for Buffalo. It's a short kick.
It depends.
Bounces at the 10.
It's all about the views and all that good stuff, man. There's
that was a knuckleball.
numerous factors that goes into how much you can make.
I don't know if that was just a mishit on the kickoff.
I'll tell you this, though. You can make pennies.
But we have yet to see what the true
Or you can make
strategy is going to
thousands.
be with the new kickoff rules.
I'll give you that.
You know, with the fair catch, you can fair catch a kickoff and your team gets it just like
Shout out to Serious Biz.
And it's a point of strategy that I don't think we've fully seen what coaching staffs think about it, because they're not giving anything away in the preseason. And they want to see these guys really actually can return kicks and cover
First
kicks
and
as well.
10 now
some
for
of that
these
as well,
Bills.
too. But that's a strategy point I'm going to be watching very closely in the early going of the NFL season.
First down and 10 with Kyle Allen, the Buffalo quarterback. He pitches it to Damian Harris, running
And
right,
Harris
following
has
his blocks
nowhere to
and
go.
gets a
He'll
yard.
get
As we
no
go
gain
down
on
to
the
the
run.
sideline, Cynthia's with Micah Hyde.
I think I can speak for all of Bills Mafia when I say I'm so glad you are back on the field, my friend. How does it feel?
It feels amazing.
Travis,
it
how
feels
much?
amazing. A lot of time missed. But I'm
How
so
much
excited
do
to be back
you
out there. It feels so good.
YouTube
I've
broadcasts
missed,
get
all
paid
last
per
year,
day?
Being out from the Bills Mafia and the cheers and the screaming. So it's
Do you want to become one, man? That's all you got to say. Be like, hey, Jay, I want to, I want to do what you do. And tell me everything about it. Send me an email. And you can set up a coaching call, sir. I'll tell you everything you want to know.
That's what it is. Last year was tough. Throughout the hard
I'll tell you everything you want to know.
I wanted to be there for him, and I was off the field, but it's totally different being on the field and being able to talk through situations and stuff like that. So I'm just happy to go out there and experience it with him. Training camp's been a grind, but it's always better when you got your boys that you've been here with, 6-7 years together, that we're just, we talk junk, we make fun of each other, make fun of Taryn, and, we go from there.
Well, we will make fun of Tasker up here in our booth. That's the one we make fun of.
Steve, yeah, that's a great guy. Good guy to make fun of, too.
Absolutely. Back to you guys.
I'm so happy to be here right now.
Shout out to Robert and Forrest. Shout out to both of you. 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 4.
As Allen steps up, throws incomplete, and there should have been a flag, ref. Thank you. Throwing the flag late. He was tripped up.
It was a very late flag. Crowd doesn't like it. Dalton Kincaid kind of asked for the penalty as he was extending.
He should have. He got tripped.
Chance. He felt it was interference.
Pass interference. Defense number 27. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
Another look against the penalty.
He's got his right hand around the left hand of Kincaid and wouldn't let him swing his arm. And Kincaid, he might be laughing there because he embellished. No question about it. But after taking 12 penalties in the first half last week, they don't have any qualms about getting a few from the Bears this week.
Gives Buffalo a first down in Chicago territory.
Nice
Here's
handoff, and that's going to be Harris getting 6 yards on the run.
And a pickup of 6 on
2nd
the
and
play.
4.
So Damian Harris brought in after spending the first 4 years in New England, and finally getting into the preseason after suffering a knee injury back on August 7th.
Yeah. Damian Harris, Bills fans know him well from his days with the New England Patriots. He was
2nd and 5.
He was a bill killer for a minute there.
Isabella in motion. Back to Harris.
And Harris on
And he
another
comes up a
run.
yard
He'll get
shy of a
about
first
a
down.
couple.
Yeah, Harris, when
3rd
his
and
days,
2.
remember
So
some
things
of
have
the
definitely
assists
slowed
he had.
down
The infamous
offensively. You can just
three-touchdown
tell the
game there
difference
with
of the
18
starters
carries.
versus
Uh,
the backup
Not
crew.
too many Patriots had good day that day against in January.
Shout out to Jimmy Donner.
Against the Bills.
What's going on with you, Jimmy?
This is a guy.
How you doing tonight, man?
Yeah, if the guy's hurting you, sign him. You know, see if you can get him on your team. See if he can do that for you to somebody else. That's what the Bills' mentality is there.
Allen
in trouble. He'll throw it away.
Isabella makes the catch.
Isabella catches it.
And can't break free. There is a flag down
here now
in the secondary.
And another flag.
Flag down to the 30-yard line as Ronald Torbert.
Kelvin, they get paid most of all.
Against Buffalo. And it is going to be against Buffalo, and they're deciding whether the Bears want to take the play, which is a loss of 5.
Shout out to the real Cali G. So shout out to Bills Mafia from Raider
Pass
Nation.
interference. Offense number 12. The penalty is
What?
declined. It's 4th down.
On shorter.
Well, the Bills don't have.
Correction. The foul was number 18.
Okay, thank
number
you,
18.
Ronald. Bills don't have a number 12. It's on Justin Shorter, number 18.
Well, if you're going to call it, ref,
Sam
get it
Martin
right.
Comes out to punt.
Get it right, sir.
Martin's had a nice preseason, averaging 44.7 yards per punt.
Yeah, he has been. From watching him, I think I've seen him.
All right, so
hit
Bills
one
will
bad
punt on
the
4th
entire
and
training
5.
camp and all the preseason. He has really been consistently good.
Trying to pin Chicago deep.
Kick
Tyler
is
Scott
off.
is the return man. He lets it bounce. Oh. Saran Neal was down there.
Neal misses it. It's going to
Steve
go out of bounds,
Tasker
so
turns his
it'll be a
back.
touchback.
That's a tough play. The ball's coming straight down. You don't know where it's going to bounce. He tried to smother it right where it landed. Just couldn't get it done. It's a touchback.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, quick timeout. Commercial break. Score is 7-3. 10 minutes. 5 seconds left in the second quarter. As far as your scores around the league, Cardinals 0, Vikings 14, Browns 0, Kansas City still with 3, and same thing for your Seahawks and the Packers. Seahawks 0, Packers 3. As we get to the quick timeout, commercial break. Quick timeout.
You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images, and it's the way that you look at me, makes me feel like I can't breathe.
Oh, you're right. It just updated, my bad. Browns 22, Chiefs 3. My goodness, what a difference there. Packers 9, Seahawks 0. There it is. Wait a minute. Bob Barker? No. Hold the phone. Wait a second. Not The Price is Right, Bob Barker. 35 minutes ago, ladies and gentlemen, it was reported that Mr. Price is Right himself, Bob Barker, has passed away at 99 years old. May he rest in peace. Bob Barker. Wow. Man. I remember as a kid watching this man on TV, and it's just crazy. Wow. Bob Barker. He lived a great life. He's done some amazing things. And, yeah, as we get back to it.
On that, tells the quarterback, next time just keep that. Don't give it to me.
A loss of 2 makes it 2nd down and 12.
So 2nd and 12 for the Bears.
Bagent rolling right. The check down, and Dotson is there again. So Tyrell Dotson's been very active in this first half for Buffalo. Once again, Terrell Bernard still not ready to play because of the hamstring injury. And you know, we thought
shout
that
out to
Bernard
Furious
would
Storm.
get a fair
Bob
shot
Barker,
in this
come on
competition.
down
Would if he was healthy,
to
but
heaven.
hasn't
Rest in
been
peace.
healthy.
Shout out to
Dotson's
Furious
got
Storm. Thank you for the
increased
$2
reps.
super
That
chat.
is summer, and that's helped him.
And the Bills were kind of waiting to see if Bernard
Man,
could get around.
just
and
the
get healthy
childhood
enough to do
icons
that.
are just
He has
leaving
not,
us,
and
man.
that has really thrown a wrench into
Crazy.
the competition. Dotson's been
3rd
the
and 10.
beneficiary of it, and he continues to make plays here today.
On 3rd down, Epinesa with the
Epinesa
sack.
with the sack. Loss of 4 on
Epinesa
Bagent.
jumping on the back of Tyson Bagent.
Alexis says, for
And
me,
the
Barker
Bills
will be
force
the
a
only
punt.
face of The Price is Right. Yeah, when Drew Carey took over, it was terrible. I stopped watching it after that. It just wasn't the same.
He's never
It wasn't
gonna
the same
see
at
him.
all.
He steps there, he's hanging in the pocket. Epinesa goes up and under at the hot top of his arc. Makes a nice play. It looked like quarterback might slip away. No such luck.
Bills defense has looked very good here in the first half. Flag down before the play and a false start against Chicago.
Even uglier series there as he just.
Shout out to you, Martin Rodriguez.
Offense number 50. 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
Forrest says, my dad stopped watching after Bob retired. Yeah, a lot of people stopped watching after Bob retired. Like, it wasn't the same.
Buffalo, at least on the punts, we did see
Bob
Andy
Barker,
Isabella
come on down, exclamation mark, .. To heaven, RIP.
So, Gill from his
It's just
own
like,
end
you know,
zone.
Wheel of Fortune and Pat
Hardy.
Sajak. Like, it's just not the same. Even
At the 40.
Jeopardy and Alex Trebek.
Up
It's
the
not,
middle,
you know, it's not the same.
and gets to midfield. So good field
All those old
position for
shows, like,
Kyle Allen in Buffalo
you can't
after a
replace
10-yard
those
return
people.
By Deontay Hardy.
You know?
8:12 to go in the opening half, and Buffalo leads 7-3.
Another quick timeout commercial break. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's certain things that just people just can't be replaced. You know, you got all these big corporations and all these big production companies that, you know, own the gaming shows and stuff like that. But you can't replace people like Alex Trebek and Bob Barker and Pat Sajak and, you know, Regis and all those guys. It's just not the same when they leave. And they know that. They see the ratings go down for all those shows and that kind of stuff. You know, certain people are just meant to do certain things. And when it's over, it's over. It's just the reality of it. So, score is 7-3. Bills Mafia still holding on the lead as the Bears punt back to the Bills. 8 minutes, 12 seconds left in the second quarter as we take another quick timeout. Commercial break. Yeah, Louis Anderson too. I mean, yeah, it's every once in a while. Steve Harvey does an okay job. But Louis pioneered Family Feud, you know? It wouldn't be what it was today if it wasn't for Louis Anderson.
Chicago preseason finale for the Bills and wholesale changes on the offensive line. Quessenberry, Butker, Mance, Jarvis, and Anderson are now in there for Buffalo. It's going to be the
Shout out to Rebecca. Says like someone could take over for Jay Reason, please.
Because of the right elbow injury.
Shout out to you, Rebecca. Thanks for the love.
Today.
It's only one J, y'all.
I think you're going to see Josh
It's
Allen
only one
again,
J.
so plenty of reps for Kyle Allen.
All right, here we go. First and 10 for these
this
Bills.
drive
Kyle
with good
Allen
field
is back
position
up.
right at midfield.
And here we go.
Hands
It's
it off
gonna
on
be a
first down
handoff
to Damian Harris.
Harris.
He's getting a nice
fights.
workload here in the first half, and he fights his way to the 45-yard line.
5 yards on the run, 2nd and 5.
Our 1st and 10 technology is presented by Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills.
You know, at this time of preseason, when it's the last preseason game, you've got these guys in here that, you know, you always have the question for Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott, you know, how many of these guys have a real shot at it? And he said they make no mistake about it. There's always some players
2nd and 5.
Who their final evaluation is going to be in this game and these snaps in the second half.
Allen throws to the middle. That's caught by Shorter. Nice 19-yard pickup.
Those two connected for a touchdown a week ago in Pittsburgh. And on this play, a pickup of 19.
You talk to quarterbacks, and this is the real truth. They'll all tell you, particularly in training camps, because you get so many reps with kind of the same guys over and over and over and over. Quarterbacks, even guys like Kyle Allen, Matt Barkley, they'll have their favorite receivers.
You all right, Andrew?
Second line and third line receivers. They'll find those
predicting
guys
the worst of stuff to
consistently
happen.
during preseason games because they get so
1st
many
and
reps
10.
with them.
Handoff.
Harris up the middle, got a little breathing room.
Harris gets another 7 yards on the run, 2nd and 3.
Really like what you've seen out of Damian Harris here. Let's go Justin Shorter first, though.
Yeah, he had a nice game last week. Squeezes into for the post route, on this catch against the Steelers for the touchdown. Gets the Bills back into the game when they had looked so sloppy there in the second half. They actually cleaned it up. Shorter was part of
faces
that,
on fire.
making
You
them
are
look
absolutely
a little
correct.
bit better in the second half against the Steelers after that. Well, we just keep calling
Because
it a
sometimes we don't
sloppy
have
start.
a choice who goes on there. You guys get the point.
2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3. Shout out to Forrest.
Back to Harris.
Hand off to Harris. Nice big gain. And that's another first down for the Bills. But there's a flag.
Harris took that
It's
one
coming
to
back.
the 7-yard line.
This is coming back. Somebody up in the offensive line was holding.
Holding. Offense number 77. 10-yard penalty.
Left tackle Kessenberry. But you like what you're seeing from Damian Harris right here. Kessenberry's going to get called. Yeah. I think they thought Kessenberry had him from the very beginning. He caught him late.
Well, the bots are just out of control today. This is crazy.
I don't think he's going to get too.
You got to sit it again, Bob.
Downgraded
Got a
too
lot
much
of
for
crazy action going on.
Bill's still looking for that swing tackle. Is it Questenberry? Is
2nd
it
and 13
Ryan
for these
Vandemark?
Bills.
Is it someone who's not on the roster right now? Those are all questions Brandon Beane is thinking about.
Allen going for it. Nice throw. Nice catch. Touchdown. Morris for 29 yards. Let's go. Beautiful throw right over the shoulder into the hands of Morris.
Goes outside, goes right up the inside edge of the numbers. Great
Can't get any easier than that.
By Kyle Allen. And I love the play call as well, because it's been, you kind of think like, okay, they got this guy, we're getting into the grind of this 3rd preseason game, and yet they drop back and throw the seam route to a tight end, scooting up through it. That's a nice play call by Ken Dorsey. Gives his players a chance to do something positive.
Extra point is up. It is good. Bills Mafia, we up 14-3. 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in the second quarter.
Morris had 1 touchdown last year during the regular season. He finds the end zone here in the preseason off a great throw.
At the White Sox game? What happened? It's crazy. So we take a timeout commercial break. Scores 14-0, or sorry, 14-3. Apologize, 14-3. 5 minutes, 39 seconds left in the second quarter. What happened at the White Sox game? I did not hear about that. Shout out to Jobless. What up, man? Since I just got Madden 24. Shout out to you, bro. Which cover did you get? Did you get the deluxe version? I got a couple copies just because Allen's on the cover, unopened. That's dedication right there. Timeout commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Charlotte says, come on. Really? At the White Sox game? Like in the stands or like in the parking lot? Like what happened? Because that's crazy. Getting over to your scores around the league. Updated scores. Your Cardinals with 3. Vikings 14. The Browns 22. Chiefs 10. Packers still with 9. Seahawks 0. So there you go. In the stands, that's insane. I mean, you know, we hear of fights all the time, but people getting shot in the stands of a game, security did not do their job at all. Timeout commercial break. Somebody's going to get fired. That is for sure.
Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I?
Shout out to Furious Storm for the $2 super chat. Says dedication. You mean investment?
Who am I? I'm getting paid.
I guess it goes hand in hand. Because to make investments, you got to be dedicated, right?
Dedication? You mean investment? Smiley face.
I was going to make a Chicago joke, but, you know, I'm trying to keep it chill today. You know, what would you expect from Chicago? It's true.
Goes the Bills just go in for the touchdown. Quentin Morris on this last play, very sharp as he comes off the ball. He's going to get wide here because of the safety. He gets more wide out here, causes that safety to have too much ground to cover, catches it. Great throw and catch, great play design, worked perfectly against that coverage.
So much talk about Dawson Knox.
What do you mean? Well, I'm trying to understand your question there, but
on the return,
like a specific player? Is that what you're talking about?
This is dangerous. Scott at midfield.
And he gets down to the 42. What a run back by Scott. Wow.
Was just able to trip up Tyler Scott on the return.
And it's going to come to the outside, and also Tyler Bass down here has got to get over a little bit faster. And he does exactly what he's supposed to. Make that returner cut off of you and hesitate. That way the pursuit can get him. Tyler Bass does exactly what he's supposed to do and really allows the rest of his teammates to make that play to save the touchdown. Nevertheless, great field position for the Chicago Bears.
A 56-yard
first and 10 for these Bears after an amazing return.
Bajan still the quarterback.
That's a quick wrap-up on Burns for 2 yards.
Well, I'm here with Gabe Davis. And, Gabe, I need to know what your favorite route is.
Favorite route? I think I was actually number 1 in the post route.
You were. It was kind of a trick question, so I just wanted to see if you knew if you could do my job, which clearly you can.
You knew I was number 1 in the post?
Yeah, and Diggs is the hitch guy, so that's how this works. So
yeah, he is a hitch
guy. Davis is number 1 in the post route.
You know, Diggs can do it all, so it's definitely.
How's your off-season been?
Off-season's been good. Training a lot. Just opened up a new gym down in Florida. Called the Draft Academy, so helping high school and college kids, just people all around.
So 4 yards on that run by
train like a pro,
Johnson.
So it's been going good.
Well, you're ready. You're trained like a pro. We're ready to go for real season games, but tell me about the excitement this season.
I mean, we're just ready to go. I mean, I've been playing with a lot of these guys for going on 4 years now. So, again, excited just to be in battle with these guys. There's nobody else I want to be with. And just excited to see what these guys do this year.
I'm excited to see it, too. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a great season.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Cynthia, thank you. Josh Allen said this is the best training camp / summer he's ever seen from Diggs now in his 4th year.
Quick throw on a slant was batted down. 4th and 4.
Was able to
we'll
get
see what happens here.
Tim Settle had pressure as well.
As the Bills now.
Shout out to Lexa.
4th and 5, and the Bears got to go for it. I like it. It's in that no man's land. You can punt it and gain a few yards. But I think giving your team a chance, making it harder on yourself, you're not giving up that much. It will be pretty good field position, but it'll be inside their own 40-yard line of the Bills if they don't pick it up. So I like this from the Bears. Go ahead and go for it.
4th down and 4.
They're going to go for it here. Pressure comes, gets it off on the screen. He's got space. That's going to be a big first down. 11 yards on the play.
Finally made the tackle, but Chicago keeps the drive alive after an 11-yard gain.
Yeah, today the Bills have been susceptible to this. They come out with another screen pass. The Bears
nobody on that right side to pick him up.
Turns into a first down. You catch the team, the defense, kind of
Frank
thinking,
says
okay,
doesn't
we're
look
gonna
good
really
for
attack.
Bronny.
We got to stop these guys on fourth down.
Congenital.
Let's go. The ball snapped. They got all this
Congenital
high
issues.
intensity, and all of a sudden you finesse them for the first down. It's great execution by the Bears.
With 3.5 to go.
1st and 10.
Bears run it. And Saran kneels there again, and Damar Hamlin finishes him off.
Yeah, Saran couldn't
Hamlin
get
with
a
the
grip.
tackle.
And he forced the guy to bounce around him, but once again, he was there to make the play. It's going to be right.
Shout out to Bob. He's putting out applications, ladies.
Plays off the block, and
He's
just
looking for a
can't
beautiful
get
woman
grip
that loves the
on
Cowboys.
this jersey of the running back. But
Shout out to you,
nevertheless
Bob.
makes
I
the
got
play.
you, bro.
By the time the running back gets around Saran, the cavalry arrives, and it's a short gain.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Bajan in trouble and gets rid of it.
And just throws it away
Good
incomplete.
coverage by Buffalo.
3rd and 6 now.
Kyer Elam was on top of that one.
Yeah, you're going to see, as the motion comes across, this play is going to end up coming right out here. Singles high safety, so they know a lot of guys at the line of scrimmage.
Shout out to Rebecca.
Actually lost it right there. Guy went down. Quarterback
So all the
couldn't see
hotties
him
are with
either.
Bills
Nice
Mafia.
coverage coming across on the
Patty's has
underneath
got to
route,
stop these
sticking
missed tackles.
really
Yes.
close
What
to
are they
the
waiting
receiver.
for? A lot of
We
hesitation.
talked to
That's what I'm
Brandon
seeing
about
now.
the corners.
It's almost like they're
And the
scared,
battle that's been
which is
going
really
on,
weird.
It's been highly publicized. A lot of attention by Bills fans, and I think
3rd
Brandon
and
Beane,
6.
he told us that from our
Agent's going to
conversation-
run. Slides for the first down and more. 12 yards on the scramble. 1st and goal at the 10.
They like Elam, they like Tre'Davious White, they like Dane Jackson, and they like
Shout out to
Christian
Tactical.
Benford. They feel like they're really deep at that spot, like those guys. And they, from what happened and the injuries they had to endure last year, they're really happy. They've got, and plus Taron Johnson, of course, but they're talking
Hey,
about
I'm the
outside
sped
corners.
kid that threw a
Really
chair at the
happy that
teacher.
They've got the crew of guys they do, have really been pleased with the competition.
Shout out to Steven Lopez for the $5 super chat donation. Thanks a lot,
Johnson
Steven.
on the carry. The Bills greet him.
Says
after
he's
a
the
2-yard
special kid
pickup,
that
and
threw the chair
will take us
at
to
the
the
teacher. All right.
2-minute warning.
I don't condone
Bears
it,
driving,
but
Bills still leading 14-3 Buffalo.
yeah, I just don't know what to say about that one. But thanks for the support, man. Thanks for the support. We're not condoning people throwing chairs at their teachers. We should not be doing that. But I hope you learn from it, and I hope you don't do it again, because I'm sure your teacher just had a job to do. Don't throw chairs. Just break tables. Be a Bills fan. There you go. Shout out to you, Steven. Much love, man. Thank you for the support. Lenny says, "Are you doing any more games today?" No, this is it for today. I got some stuff I got to take care of, so this will be it for today. Rebecca says, "We don't throw chairs. We jump through tables." Yes, we do. Shout out to the Bills Mafia. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. 430 viewers, 174 likes. We need 26 more likes, 26 more thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. If you can hear the sound of my voice, make sure you hit that like, that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. I do thank you all for the support. Rocking with your boy Jay today. This is the preseason week 3 finale. This is the last time you're going to see your Bills and Bears for the next week and a half, ladies and gentlemen. So show your support. Much love to all you guys. Mr. Free and Clear says, Bills playing with their food. Well, hey, what a matchup. Starters came out strong, and we're seeing a follow-up performance here from these second and third stringers, so let's keep it going. So there it is. Chris says, once you throw a chair, that's when the fight breaks out. No, the new thing is when you take off the hat and you throw it in the air, that's the call. It's about to go down. That's when you take off your hat now and you throw it in the air, that means it's going down. Shout out to the Alabama Boat Brawl. They gave us some new memes, ladies and gentlemen. Something always happens that gives us new memes. John Boswell says, Jay, I took the ring back and got my money back? What? John, we got to hear this, man. What happened? John is bringing the soap opera business to the chat. John, what happened, man? John just got engaged, and now he took the ring back and he got the money back. Tell me what happened. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat.
She dead.
Shout out to Steven Lopez for the $10 donation. Steven, you all right, man? Steven's dark. It's like, what's going on here? I don't know what's going on today, ladies and gentlemen. John says she cheated on me. Oh, my goodness. Well, hey, better that you figured it out now, opposed to getting married and then hearing that. That would just be absolutely a tragedy. So, yeah. There's no I'm just keeping it real with you. You know, if she cheated now, she's definitely going to do it again. So, you made the right decision. You know, we got your back. Much love to you. Stay focused. Stay on your grind. Find your purpose. And there is someone out there for you that's not going to cheat on you, man, without a doubt. As Bajan's going to run inside. That's going to be a touchdown for the Bears. And no flags as Bajan runs it in for the touchdown.
Touchdown of the preseason. He makes the right decision here. It's covered up in the back end. And you're going to watch him as all this route and everything goes this way, and these guys have got their back. You see Milano's got his back to the quarterback. He just chases him into the end zone.
Come on, Milano. You got to turn around.
And, you know, Bajan just does the right thing. A lot of playing quarterback is just doing the right thing at the right time, even if you're not physically gifted, if you don't have the big arm. But if you make the right decision, hey, you end up in the end zone. That's why this crowd loves this guy.
Extra point is up. It is good. We got ourselves a 4-point game. 14-10 after the Bears touchdown.
Summer won't last forever, but with a great selection of vehicles during Toyota's national sales event, there is still time to catch.
All right, so back to a quick timeout commercial break after the score. Minute 53 left in the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Timeout. Shout out to Charlenta. Says, yes, that's it, Jay. Hat in the air. There it is. Shout out to you guys. Bills defense, we got to step it up. Matt Milano was supposed to turn around and stop Bajan in his tracks. But unfortunately, he snuck past and got the touchdown.
Just a reminder that coming up in the third quarter, General Manager Brandon Bean will
Joe
join
Ferguson,
us
well,
in the booth. And we'll fire away at
yeah,
Bean
he's not coming back.
What will be a very busy
if he does, Kelly might as well.
And their staff, as they have to get this roster down from 90 to 53 by 4 o'clock on Tuesday.
And I know that people, fans have been watching the NFL for decades. This is a little bit of an unprecedented weekend because there's just one cut-down date in the NFL. It's a new rule. They did it differently this year. Only 3 preseason games, and there's 2 weeks before the opening game. So it is going to be an extremely busy weekend in the NFL with the cut-downs and free agency and all of that.
So Bills will take it from the end zone. Isabella, nice move. And gets around that edge, but barely gets back to the 25.
Good job by Isabella, who's
stopped at the
certainly
22.
right on that bubble to make this Buffalo roster.
Yeah, he's been impressive, and I think the fact that they're giving him a chance to return kicks says a lot about it. I think he's going to make it. I don't have a vote, but I think he's done enough to make it. One of the question marks, I think he and Hardy both have a shot at it, even though their
Gregor says, how did you feel about that Pittsburgh and Buffalo game?
Ken Dorsey told us this week in our media access,
I mean,
he said,
it's
listen, the league's
water
not
under the
getting
bridge now,
slower.
man.
It's getting faster, and Andy Isabella
Never should have happened, no, that's for
Hardy
sure.
Are illustrations of that.
Let's see how Kyle Allen operates in the 2-minute offense. He starts the drive out with a pass to the aforementioned Hardy. Bills have all
yeah, the NFL cuts are coming, so it's going to be interesting. You guys know I'll report on it. Anything significant as much as I can. But we'll be dropping those over the next week before the regular season starts. So there's going to be a lot to talk about and discuss for sure.
Allen and a misfire there.
Incomplete.
Stops the clock with 1:20 to go and brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, Bears playing in a soft coverage, straight four-man rush with two deep safeties and then off coverage. Hard to find a spot as a receiver because the defenders are looking where the quarterback's, looking at the quarterback. So wherever he looks, they gravitate towards it, and they end up going right where he wants to throw the football.
Kyle Allen's 8 of 12 for 91 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Right, 3rd and 4 for the Bills.
4.
Allen, ball was poked out. Oh my goodness.
Now that was one thing Ken Dorsey said this week. He's got to take care of the football. And now that's the 2nd turnover of the day by Kyle Allen.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he got caught in the pocket here. As he steps up, and man, that's just boom right there. Alec Anderson at right tackle ends up getting wrapped around by the defender that's Travis Gibson, who just does a speed rush off the edge and sack, strip, fumble, and that is a big time play by Gibson.
Protect the ball, sir.
There from Kyle Allen.
Protect
his 2nd
the
turnover,
ball.
And the Bears take over at the Buffalo 26-yard line. They
1st
spread
and 10
it out
for the
with
Bears
empty
now.
Backfield. All 3 timeouts for Chicago. Bajan taking a shot.
Hey, are you kidding me? Listen, it doesn't matter that he dropped it because that was a touchdown. So I don't know how Carlson dropped an open touchdown, but that's not what's important. No one's in the middle of the field.
That is a catch.
What are we doing?
He will think about for a long time. You can see he's got it and just can't hold it. No doubt about it. It was a drop.
He was wide open.
Yeah, they dropped him in coverage. I don't know who was supposed to have either Dodson or Saran Neal maybe to carry him down the middle of the field between the safeties. Nobody picked him up.
2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10. Bajan.
Picked off. Let's go.
Jamarcus Ingram on the return.
Ingram gets the pick. Bills, we needed that one back. We had to get that one back. Let's go.
He just read the quarterback's eyes. Denied. They just threw it right out. Man, he saw the in route. There was a scissor route on the outside. Outside receiver coming to the inside. Inside receiver going out. And the ball
Beautiful
like
play. He telegraphed that pass. Ingram read his eyes, picked it off. He could have took it to the house.
Defensively.
A 27-yard return by Ingram, the UB product.
Jimbo Bajan.
Think about if the Bills can get it, and this is regular season thinking, if the Bills can get a field goal out of this, they take away what could have been a touchdown
Emotional
for the Bears.
damage.
3 points in their pocket. It's a 10-point turnaround.
1st and 10.
Here's Harris. Cuts it up at the 45 and down.
As Harris will get 3 yards on the run. Clock will be stopped at 54 seconds. 2nd and 7.
Huge swing there.
Steph 1090. No, I'm not.
Timeout, their first. Coming up, Northtown Automotive halftime show. Cynthia will chat with Sean McDermott. And you got to see this, Built for Buffalo, a feature on the new Highmark Stadium.
All right, 14-10, Bills up after getting the interception. 54 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 7 at the 43. When we come back from this quick commercial break. Shout out to Jimbo in the building. Much love to the Wrench Gang and the family. All you guys for rocking with us today. This is going to be the last preseason game for these Bills and Bears, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to take it?
Line
Who is going to take it?
Chance the Bills keep 10, maybe even 11 men.
Steph 1090, I am not. I am
Allen,
not.
and that one is caught by Keyshawn Johnson. And Sean McDermott will use his second
Bills should have
timeout,
kept Case
stopping the
Keenum.
clock with 49
No.
seconds left.
No,
So
we
now
should
only
not.
One timeout
Should
remaining
have
for
not.
Buffalo.
Those of you listening who listened to the Detroit-Carolina game last night, you'll remember that my boy Andrew Catalon was calling that game in Carolina last night, and you made it in here today for the Chicago-Buffalo game. Good for you.
I wouldn't miss a Bills game.
Do you get airline miles for that? Or?
I'm going to get a good night's sleep, I'll tell you that.
That's right. It's going to start at about 5 o'clock today, right?
Might be a little earlier.
While you were doing that game, I was having dinner with former Bills head coach Marv Levy and his lovely wife.
Yeah, how about that?
Dude, I got a story for you. I'll share it with you in the second half. A story that Marv related to me. And Marv is the guy, I believe everything that comes out of his mouth, but it is an unbelievable story.
Yeah, you told me.
I'm going to tell you what it is in the second half.
That is a tease. 3rd down and 3. Kyle
Allen on a slant. That's going to be incomplete, and that'll lead to 4th and 3.
4th down. We'll see what Sean McDermott wants to do.
It would be a 56-yarder. No. Yes, a 56-yarder if they tried it right here. Maybe a 57-yarder.
Preseason, just go for it.
Yeah, I agree. Tyler Bass is not the one you need to evaluate. It's the rest of these guys out here.
Harris is next to Kyle Allen.
4th and 3.
4th down and 3. Allen to Johnson. He juggles it, but hangs on.
And that's going to be a 1st down for the Bills.
Good job.
Just enough.
Johnson to secure
36
that football. And now
seconds
Sean McDermott saying, let's
to
go.
go.
We only got 1 timeout. 30 seconds to go. Allen, Hardy.
Another quick pass. Hardy then gets out of bounds.
Get out of bounds. Now
stops the clock at 25.
49-yard field goal. That's doable. But it also stops the clock. 25 seconds left. I think one thing you do here, Andrew, as we watch this 4th down reception right here, great patience at the top of the route by Keyshawn Johnson. That's so difficult to do. You're running against the clock. It's a quick pass. Great job. But I think he might take a shot at the end zone right here.
2nd and 8.
Allen has time.
Another quick throw.
Wilson, who slips
and Wilson will get 5 yards. He'll get out of bounds. 18 seconds, and now they're at the 26.
3rd and 1. You can go for it twice with 18 seconds to go, and stopping the clock is enormous. Enormous. Great job.
Shout out to Brenda,
by the tight end.
all the way from Lubbock, Texas. Bills Mafia in the house.
The undrafted rookie out of Central Michigan. 3rd down and 1.
What's up, Aussie Chicken? What's going on with you, man?
Checks into the game at running back for Buffalo.
You can absolutely do anything you
want.
All right,
3rd and 1.
Interestingly enough, now they got, okay, now they break the formation. It's 5 wide.
3 on the play clock. Snap is off.
3rd down and 1. Allen.
Another pass to Wilson.
Wilson. Down and gets out of bounds.
And he'll get the 1st down.
I said it earlier in the preseason. The Bills have been under Sean McDermott extremely good at managing the clock.
Walt Kincaid, shorter.
Getting those points. Now you remember too, they deferred.
Who they just called, Wilson.
Kickoffs. They'll get the ball coming out of halftime. So if they can stack a field goal or even a touchdown onto this and then get the ball coming out of halftime.
Quick shout out to Dexter McElwain for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel.
Juncture of the game
Thank you for
has been
subscribing.
Consistently one of Sean McDermott and the staff's strong points. And plus, with the ability of Josh
I don't understand why Matt Barkley is not second string quarterback.
Allen
going for it all.
Incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Johnson, the intended target, and the clock stops with 7 seconds to go. And Sean McDermott's not
Empire, nope, you're not by yourself.
Send out his field goal unit.
We got a few from Lubbock, Texas.
And they did. They took a shot at the end zone, got out of bounds, got it to be, this is going to be a 38-yarder, and that's well within a chip shot range of Tyler Bass. Now, it doesn't mean it's an automatic at this range, but that's a great job of clock usage, down management, giving yourself a chance without being too crazy and ending up.
All right, so Bills are going to kick the field goal. It is up.
Bass
it is good.
37 yards away, and it is
Bass
good.
from 37 yards, making it a one-score game, 17-10.
17-10 instead of 17-14 Chicago, or 14-13 for Buffalo. Now it's 17-10. You got a full touchdown lead where it looked like it was going to be very less than that or even negated by a Chicago touchdown before the turnover. That's absolutely huge turn of events at the end of the first half with that interception.
And also the drop in the end zone by Chicago. That was the previous play before the interception.
They all count.
Shout out to Angel. What up, yo?
Caught that touchdown, the Bills would still have that same 2-minute
What's going on with you?
That they could have, mitigated the damage that touchdown caused. But be as it is, now they got a full touchdown lead once again.
Well, I think Sean McDermott is going to be a little happier when he chats with Cynthia in a moment than he was a week ago in Pittsburgh when the two of them met at halftime.
That was not happy, Sean.
No, not at all.
I will say this, that we talked a lot about it during the week. That second half in Pittsburgh, even though nobody really wants to talk about it, it was markedly better. They were a different group coming out after halftime. Don't know what his message was. I probably can get the gist of it, but the team really responded to it.
All right, 3 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen.
Bass, a squibber. And that is how the first half will end. Braylon Trahan fumbled his way to run out the clock. Good first half for Buffalo. Josh Allen leading a touchdown drive. Defense made some plays. And the Bills up by 7 with 2 quarters remaining in the 2023 preseason. Northtown Automotive halftime show.
Was going to go old school on play calling. I haven't really seen too much difference.
Is with Sean McDermott.
Coach, how are you feeling right now at halftime versus
to be
last
honest?
week?
Well, a little better. We came out attacking this week, but we left some points on the board, right? Or off the board, I should say. A little bit of penalties, a little bit of execution in the high red zone.
Well, you're one of my favorite
Fields
coaches
was
in
playing.
the entire league.
He did start when Allen
disciplinarians.
started.
And I wanted you to tell all
Or
your
Josh
fans at
Allen.
home. I heard from Brandon Bean that you guys are going to interview every single player before they exit this building. It's a tough week. You have to cut down more players. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's a tough business that way. It's unfortunately transactional to some extent that way, and we care for all these guys, and unfortunately we can only take 53 into the season with us.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that they appreciate the time with you. Good luck in the second half. We'll see you later.
All right, the Bills up by 7 at the break. Don't go anywhere. The Northtown Automotive.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 17-10 is your score. Bills up. As we head into halftime, I got to grab a quick snack, get rehydrated, get ready for the second half, and I'll be back momentarily. Shout out to you guys.
defense with a 3 and out, and then the offense, coming right down the field, having to convert a couple third downs. We dropped the ball there, and had a penalty the second drive, but it was nice to see the first team go all the way in and get 7.
Yeah, they were really efficient as well doing that, and without doing anything really exotic. You like to see your best players show up. Steph Diggs was prominent in that drive. Josh, of course, was running the show, and James Cook as well.
Yep.
It's nice to see your best players show up when you want to get things settled right.
Yeah, it definitely is. No, I had breakfast this morning. I was sitting there and talking to Steph, and he was anxious. For a preseason game, you're like, you probably just want to get through it. But no, Steph, he was annoyed last week with how it went, and he was ready to get out here. And it was good to see, Josh get him the ball early and get us going. And I thought Cook had hit the hole. He when he gets there, when there's a little crease, he gets through there fast, which we like.
The next couple of days are going to be so busy for you and your staff. You have to get down to 53 players by 4 o'clock on Tuesday. How do you envision these next couple of days playing out?
Yeah, I mean, it is different. Usually we've already been down to 80. We're still at 90, so we got 37 guys to get down before we add back to the practice squad. So we'll probably do it in a couple of waves here just to kind of start settling it down, and then it's going to be some tight calls here. Those last 3 or 4 spots.
As you see here, this Kyle Allen coming out played pretty well in the first half. He actually, week 1, he kind of got snake bit because he's made a nice throw, got tipped for a pick 6, and all of a sudden his day looks horrible. It really wasn't that horrible, and he actually played pretty well in the second half last week. Give us some thoughts about that room and how it's there just to support Josh.
Yeah, I mean, it was good to get him in with the more starters today. I mean, we pulled Steph and Mitch and obviously Josh so he can get in. But it was good to see them move the ball. Unfortunately, we had the screenplay to James, which was, unfortunately David, pushed him in the back. Not necessary, but he does it. And it kind of got us behind the chains there. And, unfortunately, Kyle forced that one. I know he wants that throw back. He knows better than that. But I thought they moved the ball well, and it was good to see him come back the next drive. Had a penalty again. Thought it was a bad call, but either way, had a penalty, and he comes back and hits Quentin Marsh for the touchdown. Great throw.
You mentioned on the pregame show you did have contact with San Francisco about Trey Lance. He went to Dallas last night. How difficult is it for a guy like Kyle Allen to walk in and pick up this offense quickly, and so we can see the results in the preseason?
Yeah, that's a great question, Andrew. Like last year, I was talking to Case Keenum, first year in our system. Case's first game out was not the way he wanted or we wanted, but he came back the next week, played better. But I talked to him the week that Josh wasn't sure if he was going to play going into the Vikings, mid-season after the arm injury. Case said, hey.
All right, you know what? Hold that thought. Yep. We got to go to commercial. We'll come back and we'll finish that as the Bills still lead at 17-10 here in the third quarter.
You guys are out of control, just so you know. Absolutely out of control. All right. My goodness. Shout out to Jimbo. Says, man, I keep hearing ham sandwich the last 2 weeks, and I want one now. It's a weird thing to hear about. It sounds kind of good. Depends what you're going to get on it, though. Like Swiss and ham. Can't do like American cheese on ham. It's not good. You gotta do Swiss. Little Swiss and ham melt. All right. Scores around the league. Got your Cardinals with, Vikings 17, Cardinals 9, Browns 29, Chiefs 16, Packers 12, Seahawks 7. As we get to this quick commercial break. Little sourdough bread. Get you some sourdough bread, toast it up, throw some butter on there. Get you a little Italian seasoning on the bread, maybe a little garlic, toast it up. Get your ham and then your Swiss. Slice that thing diagonal. Don't play with me. Your boy Jay knows what to do in the kitchen. I'm a boss. As we get to this commercial break. Bob, you got to work on your taste buds, my friend. Forrest says, dang, Jay, you killing me? Listen, rocking with the best, yo.
Back in Chicago with General Manager Brandon Beane. And Brandon, right before the break, you were telling us about Case Keenum picking up the offense last year.
Yeah, I mean,
and then if you really want to set it off,
the regular season to really get the
go get yourself a little bit of horseradish on there.
And so we're trying to. We
understand
you want to
kick things up.
Matt Barkley's been in it for a while. This
really
is
shut it down.
First time in the system, so we're trying to take that into consideration. And I think the main thing, he's moved the ball. We just got to eliminate some of these untimely turnovers.
As Bajan's going to run out of bounds.
Weekend coming up,
Look at a couple yards on the play.
There's a lot of conversations that have to happen about who's going to be on the team, who's not going to be on the team.
Lucy, I can see you a great fried rice.
As a result of their performance today, and some guys.
Tyra says, "Make me a steak." Oh, I'm a steak connoisseur, man.
You made a statement.
Medium rare, fresh off the grill.
As Balin Spector's down here.
You want the ribeye? You want the tomahawk? You want the fillet wrapped in bacon? Which one? What you want?
He got tripped up.
I know to do it all.
Here. Oh, might have rolled his ankle as well. But you made a statement that, and I really felt this was a deep statement. Every player on this roster, all 90 guys, are going to be at some point the center of a well thought out conversation about how the team could use them, where they are in their career.
Shout out to Arizona Bills Mafia. Yeah, you got to cut it diagonal.
And most people think, well, okay, this guy's not good enough. You throw him away, you throw this guy. But you can have a real conversation about these players.
It's the only way to make your sandwich look like luxury.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very hard day.
Fine cuisine.
The guys.
You're rocking with Jay. This is fine cuisine.
And, some guys are further away. Some guys, it's nip and tuck. It's down to
Buffalo wings with the blue cheese,
and it's a split decision. You got to make that
New York
call.
strip, medium rare.
Sean
You can do that too.
Each one of them, and we explain where they're at, how we see them, and listen. Hey, we definitely want you on practice
Steak's
squad.
got to be medium rare as Bajan drops the ball.
Maybe your best. We're stacked
picks it back
here.
up.
Maybe your best opportunity is to look elsewhere. We try to shoot them straight, and very honest conversations with them. And listen, sometimes they're tough.
Just
sometimes
shovel down beef on weck. 19 wings. Let's go.
You do that down the road, when you see them, if they don't,
it's a lot of wings, man.
They respect at least that that you.
I can eat, but I'm not eating 19 wings and the beef on weck. Nah.
As he goes in the blue medical tent.
Give me half the beef on weck and like 5 wings, and I'm good.
Yeah, you're doing the numbers.
It's a lot of food, bro.
What is the injury? How long is it? Is this something we would have?
Especially
to put
if there was
on
like the jumbo wings.
All those things, and how does that affect your total numbers?
Third
for
and
defense,
7.
And then beyond that, and again, Balin's a special teams player for us too. So who would fill that spot? Is it coming from another
Agent
linebacker?
goes down. He gets sacked.
That's
a loss of 9 yards. Boogie Basham
in the backfield
on the defense.
Brandon, another guy, you talk about numbers, you talk about defense, is Von Miller. Where are you at with Von right now in his recovery?
Yeah, Von's he's trending up. He's doing well. It's just this week we finally got him. He was out there. He's putting his uniform on. He's still in pup, but he's getting closer. His mindset is there. He wants to go. We just again, we're trending up. We got a big decision this week that we got to make, whether to take him off this pup by Tuesday at 4.
Ryan Devlin, what up, man?
53, or hold him there.
What's going on with you, bro?
Hold him out the first month.
Isabella on the punt return for Buffalo. Across the 40, lost the football. It's scooped up by the Bills. Picked up by Ty Johnson.
Are you kidding me?
Fortunate hop there. After Isabella lost it, the newest Bill, Ty Johnson, able to scoop it up. We got to take a break. We'll have more with General Manager Brandon Beane when we come back. The Bills still lead it 17-10 here in Chicago.
Another quick timeout. Jeffrey says, can you eat 20 chicken nuggets? Not. I mean, it depends. Like, if I had breakfast, nah, I'm not eating a full 20-piece. I'll eat a 10-piece. Because normally when you got chicken nuggets, you got fries with it. So it's like you mix it in the fries with the nuggets. So give me the 10-piece with the fries. But I'm not just doing like 20 nuggets straight up, yo. Especially if you get the spicy nuggets, nah, 20's too much. It's too much. we overindulge here. Since we're gonna have this conversation, we overindulge. If you guys notice, like when you go over to like other countries and stuff, like they don't have nearly as like much food as we do on their plates. It's kind of crazy. Like if you go over to like Greece or whatever, like when they give you like amazing food, but it's like in this small plate. It's not even like it's luxury or it's fancy. It's like, no, like they give you like a good portion size, but it's like just enough. Over here, you'd get triple that. And that's why everyone's got, diabetes and we're overweight and we're unhealthy. It's because we're overindulged too much. Forrest is like, no, Jay, it's just because we're fat. No, it's not. No, it's not. We overindulge too much. We were all brought up that we can consume whatever we want. If I want to eat the pint of ice cream, I'm going to do it right now because I'm going to sulk in my misery for the day when we shouldn't do that. But, it's a whole other topic for another day. Someone's like, Jay just hurt my feelings because he's talking about food. Well, hey, I'm here to give you the message because nobody else is. You don't have to eat it. You can cut that portion size in half and still be good. There you go. Someone needed to hear it, and I hope I helped you today as we get to this timeout commercial break. No, straight up being serious. Definitely got to start watching our food. It's important.
Being kind enough to join us in the booth here in the third quarter. And Brandon, while the Bills are on offense, let's talk a little offense, specifically the offensive line.
Jeffrey says, can you eat 3 burgers? I could, but I wouldn't.
Injury, so I know that swing tackle position is something you're looking at. Where are you at with that? And also, how would you evaluate the play of the rookie Osiris Torrance here this summer?
Yeah, I mean, we'll start with the tackles. Definitely, that was a bummer when Brandon Shell, he did a really good job last season for Miami. Started 13 games. I think he gave up a couple sacks. So we really felt good. We had a solid number 3. And then Tommy Doyle coming back from, an ACL and just had the misfortune last weekend
Allen's just going to throw it away.
Tearing his other one. So we're sending our
complete
prayers
second
out to
and
Tommy
10.
as he's already, had a surgery. But again, hopefully, some of these young guys, we got other guys, you got this next man.
Shout out to Rodney. Says,
we're
be nice,
also
Jay.
Paying attention to what's out there, whether it's guys trades or guys.
Listen,
if
you felt what I was saying, that meant it was true.
And how about Torrance?
Yeah,
if it made you feel some kind of way, that meant it was true.
Just,
because the truth hurts.
Eddie. You get in
All right, here we go. 2nd and 10.
He's firm. He's stout. And we're seeing what we saw at the University of Florida last year. It's he's shown
as Johnson would get 4 yards on the run.
And
3rd
the guys
and
trust
6.
him. The backs trust him. Josh trusts him, and that's the biggest thing. If your quarterback trusts you, you can put him out there.
What kind of conversations have you had with Sean about how it's gone for him as defensive coordinator, the changing role, and where your team is at on the cusp of another season with at least internally very high expectations?
Yeah, I mean, I think Sean's, he was able to call it the first 2 games. He's not doing it today. He's passing on to a different coach so he could just kind of watch and manage who's coming in and out of his game.
Quick throw on a slant, broken up by that Bears defense.
I think he's done a great job. Sean is very meticulous,
Shavers.
very detailed, as you guys know him. And so
we'll see what the Bills do here.
He hasn't missed a beat. Other guys have had to step up and fill some voids, whether it's in practice or roles on game day. But Philly's he's in a great spot, and I like how our defense is playing. And again, today coming out, first 2, 3 and outs was great to see. So excited about that and where he'll, kind of lead our defense this season.
I thought he made an interesting point to us in our meeting yesterday where he thinks that he has a better
Bills
evaluation of the players on the team
catch
because of his more active role as the
14
coordinator. Certainly something I know
your
you'll
Bears.
be talking with him about over the next couple of days. We got to take a break. We'll keep you for one more if that's okay, Brandon. Bills
shout out to Thomas J. What up, man?
Here in Chicago.
Quick commercial break. So this is interesting. I mean, we have a close game, but it's slowed way down. It's not one of the super, highlight plays every couple seconds. But hey, it's 17-10. Bills up. Bills Mafia, where you at? Rest in peace to Bob Barker. And Saturday preseason football, ladies and gentlemen. We have literally not one more, but 2 more weeks until regular season. It's almost September, you guys. You know what that means. Cold weather, football, school's back in session, and all that fun stuff. So, you better enjoy August while you can, because I went and read the almanac. Some of you don't know what the almanac is, but for those who do, it's not looking like it's going to be a good winter, ladies and gentlemen. So enjoy August while you can, because winter is coming. Shout out to my Game of Thrones fans. Time out. Commercial break. $401 viewers, 234 likes. The next goal is 250, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're smashing. I like that thumbs up. It is much, much appreciated. We need 15 more to get to 250. Oriel says, I'm really happy fall is coming. We'll see. Shout out to Rosa Miller. What's up, Rosa? Shout out to you, Jeffrey. What's coming cannot be stopped. It's true. It is true.
Just got the injury update. Bale Inspector, a hamstring injury. He will not return, so hopefully that's just precaution.
Shout out to you, Rosa. Happy Saturday.
Bills are back on defense, so let's talk about that cornerback battle. That's been one of the big storylines of the summer. I know you're still playing that out as you evaluate them here in this final game, but think back to a year ago, Elam and Benford.
Thanks a lot, Jeffrey. Thanks for the love, man.
Rookies and how far they've
Welcome
come
to the
since
channel.
then. You've really got
all right, here we go. First and 10 for the Bears.
Right now.
It's going to be a handoff. Nice move. Big first down.
Thinking back to where we were
Webster will get 17 yards on the run.
Still on pup. Two rookies in Benford and Elam, and then Dane Jackson was returning. But Dane another year in the system. Christian and Kyer, both of them, I've talked to them about, man, think of where you were a year ago to where you're at today. And then Trey, back, trending up, heading in the right direction. He's in a lot better mental space, this year, just confident, in that leg than he was at the end of the season. So it's been a tough battle. I mean, all through camp, up and down like you would expect. But we feel really good with any of those four guys out there.
Nice reverse by the Bears, going to the left side this time.
Well,
and that's going to be
Hamlin,
just short of the first down.
That you've been impressed with what you've seen from him in the way that he's been physical this summer, and he's really attacked the ball carriers.
Ricardo says Kyle Allen has been less than impressive in preseason. I agree.
What a story.
Shout out to Jonas. What's up, Jonas?
Guy on your team to
go through
what he did and almost lose his life on the field to the next training camp. He's back playing football, and he's never flinched. I mean, yes, not everything's been perfect for him, but he has just mentally battled through this, been so determined, and it's an inspirational story. He's not just out there just saying he's playing football, as you said, Andrew. He's sticking it up in there. He's making tackles, and he's finding his groove again, and it's just it's a heck of a story. I'm so proud of him.
So you got this job in front of you this weekend. We've been talking to you and trying to, it's always a vacillating, it's moving around. It's a moving target. But you've said you love your defensive line guys. You're probably going to keep 10 guys, 5 tackles, 5 ends, or they're a combination of maybe even one more. That's a big commitment, but you really like that group.
First and 10.
I mean, we'll see how it shakes out numbers-wise. Again, we saw Balin go down, so does that, have us keep, someone else if he has to go
wrapped up, no gain for Johnson. Bills defense stepping up.
Definitely like the group.
Shout out to Jeffrey, says I live in Cleveland, but I'm a Bills fan. Jeffrey, we've got worldwide
if we do, are able to keep
Bills
up
Mafia on the channel, man. There's a lot of Bills Mafia on the channel,
has been a big
and they're from everywhere.
I know you've talked about
probably almost every state,
playbook,
multiple different countries. So Bills Mafia is worldwide. Welcome to have you.
That comes in when he did a start.
Shout out to you, Tactical. Much love, man.
The playbook's never been in this system.
You already know.
That is just learning that and going out there and executing is quite a challenge. And to see a guy.
Ooh, ball came out. After the hit, and it looks like that'll be recovered by the Bills if
they come in and
count it as a catch.
And just staying after practice there early. He's still doing it. Just determined, and I think he's even passed some guys who have been here, longer than him, from the springtime, and that just says his commitment to, trying to earn a spot on this
that's
team.
a catch.
And he's definitely put himself in the mix.
He caught it and made 3 steps.
Hit by Cam Lewis. You'd love to see it knock the incompletion, made it possible, and that's an old school hit right there. You don't see those very often.
That was textbook.
Yeah.
That was textbook. Cam's got some speed.
Right, 3rd and 10.
When he hits you, you're going to feel it.
3rd down and 10 for Chicago.
Quick throw, big first down. As Webster will get 17 yards. Shout out to Steve. What up, Steve?
A good deal is Saran Neal.
What's going on with you, man?
Just how far he's come as a defender. He's always been that special teams guy, but where have you seen his improvement in the defensive backfield?
Yeah, Saran, you can play him anywhere. When we first drafted him, we had him at safety and playing special teams, and then we've had him playing some outside corner, and we found his best spot, maybe, a backup nickel role for us. And, you can do some things. He's a great blitzer. He's very physical. He's available. I mean, the guy just, he's so durable. He shows up. He can play he plays the run like a backer. He's got that speed and velocity he's built. And so it's been fun to watch him grow. Obviously, his #1 job here is to be a special teams ace, which
Run up
he's
the middle
proven
for
to be
4
every
yards
year,
by Johnson.
and
It'll be
we're glad we
2nd
have
and
him for
6.
sure.
Yeah, he's played at a high level, and it's obviously something I watch kind of, in my, observations of the Bills. But like Andrew said, this year seems a big step for him defensively, and I think it is because you found a spot for him defending on the defensive side that he really feels more comfortable in.
He makes some plays that you can't. I think last week Pittsburgh, they ran a little jet sweep, and if he doesn't make it, it was going to be a big gainer, and he runs him down.
Handoff, Johnson gets some space, breaking tackles.
Size, speed, physicality.
He'll get another Bears first down.
How's Terrell Bernard recovering from the hamstring injury?
Yeah, Terrell is close. He's trending
Rodney,
up.
yeah, man.
We'll get him back hopefully this week in some capacity and start trending him up. We got to. He's obviously missed a couple weeks. It happened the day we were breaking camp in Rochester. But Terrell's
Shout
been
out
staying
to
in.
Kolya.
He's been there
for
going through
on Facebook.
walkthroughs, staying mentally ready, and so I have no doubt. This week once we get him back out there, he'll get himself going, but he'll be in the mix, and hopefully he's ready to go week 1.
I know as we watch the defense play, my mind goes back to the Andy Isabella and Deontay Hardy conversation. We talked to Ken Dorsey this week, and I mentioned it earlier that Dorsey had said, listen, the league's not getting slower, it's getting faster.
Johnson gets 2 yards
Hardy
on that
and
one,
Isabella
2nd and
both
8.
bring that element, but their skill set seems to be a little redundant. What are your thoughts on, because they're both really good players, even if they do have a similar skill set, they can both do returns, they both play that slot receiver, and they both bring that speed element. How do you evaluate that in the room?
Yeah, both of them, you're right. Both of them can play in the return game. Both of them can play inside, can play out. Both have that top-end speed. And both of them, like I said, can get open inside. We've seen both make plays, from the slot position. So it's, again, you can never have enough speed.
Bills
and
defense
so we'll just,
closing out.
Combination, there's various things. You can have both those guys on the field, one playing the slot, one outside going deep. So, again, Andy's in a short time has put himself in the conversation to see if he can make this team.
There's an injured bear down.
We know you got a busy few days ahead. We thank you so much for your time in the booth. Good luck, not only the next few days, but good luck this season.
Thanks, Andrew.
Great seeing you.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Appreciate you.
Time out on the field. We'll be back to Chicago right after this.
Can't see the name, but there is an injured bear down on the field. Score 17-10. It's 3rd and 9 at the Bills 26. As we get to this quick timeout commercial break. Shout out to Andrew, says, I miss Bison chip dip. I haven't had that in a long time, man. It's been a long, long time. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter as we take a quick timeout commercial break. Daniel says, if I was a water boy, I'd drink all the water in Gatorade. He'd leave none for the people that actually need it. Tyler says, what's your favorite food, Jay? Italian? Say it's Italian, followed by, I would say, Mediterranean, and then soul food. Shout out to Purple. Purple's like, how can you not know that? You are not a real fan of Jay if you don't know that. Michelle, Raisin Bran Crunch. You know my favorite breakfast cereal. There you go. Not the hate of the Raisin Bran Crunch. Y'all not gonna hate on Raisin Bran Crunch now. That is all-time favorite. Yes, sugar grits.
Hoy, the Chicago Bears offensive lineman, being helped out onto the cart. Rookie out of Pittsburgh. And a nice ovation from the Bears fans here at Soldier Field. Once again, we want to thank Bills General Manager Brandon Beane for joining us. I thought there was lots of good stuff that he gave us. And look, it's going to be a really busy weekend the next few days, I think, and we've talked about this, Steve. The Bills have some very difficult decisions to make, and we even saw one potential decision unfold right in front of us. Hopefully it's something minor for Spectre.
Favorite
but,
drink? Like you mean
know,
like
I looked at him when he went down, and you're thinking,
like
well,
a
what's
soft
going on
drink
in his
or
mind
a
right
hard
now?
drink? Which one?
You got A.J. Klein, Balen Spector, Terrell Dodson, Terrell Bernard, and then the guys that back up Matt Milano as well. It's like Dorian Williams, Tyler Metakevich, Traven Howard, those guys. But you know, which guys can
Thomas J. You already know, man.
Play meaningful
Opening day, Bills
snaps,
Jets.
and
It's
who are ready to do
automatic.
that.
Josh
And
Allen, Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be
usually
crazy
special
here,
teams
and we're going to give away a
Pirates
jersey.
all your backup linebackers to cover kicks and protect on kicks.
I thought I was playing. I'm not playing.
We're
We're supposed to give this away. Week 1.
Yeah, it kind of unfolds right
As long as the
before our
numbers look
eyes.
right, we're giving this baby away. You see it.
Third down and
Stitched.
9 for Chicago.
It's signed. Certification.
Bajan still at
Ready to
quarterback.
go.
The flag is down. Bajan trying to keep the play alive, and it's incomplete.
Going to be a hold in the backfield. It'll be an interesting call. I think the Bills may decline this, send it to 4th down.
What?
Ron
Jonas, that was
Torbert
probably the
is
funniest thing
looking
you said in a long
Sean
time,
McDermott's
man.
way.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Holding. Offense number 78. 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, they're going to take him back. Maybe they can get no gain and make it tougher.
Shout out to you, Michelle.
Right here. Going to be working against. Yeah. Yep, Kingsley Jonathan. Kingsley Jonathan's had a really nice preseason, good training camp as well.
Had a sack last week in Pittsburgh. All other things that Brandon Beane mentioned, I think the Von Miller decision is not going to be an easy one. It seems like he's getting better, but do you start him out right away, or do you?
So 3rd and 19 now after
bring
the
him
penalty.
Back? That's going to be a tough call for the Bills as well.
Until you talk to Vaughn, I don't think that decision can be made.
Quick throw on
They're
a
down to
screen.
19.
only
And
3 on
Cortez
that.
Broughton makes the tackle to make it 4th and long.
Yeah, and that gained them a couple of yards on the field goal. So they did the right thing. It was going to be
Shout out to you, John.
4th and 10. Now it's going to be 4th and about 12 or 13.
Favorite sport?
So
Football.
4th and 15, actually.
That's what we're
So it was
doing.
a really nice
Right here,
penalty.
right
They
now.
went ahead and took it. And now it's a 51-yarder rather than a 46-yarder,
51-yard field goal coming up to these Bears.
On. Out of the hold of the punter Trenton Gill.
And it is
And
good.
Santos is good.
4-point game, 17-13.
For the Bears, and they have pulled within 4 with 4:14 to go in the 3rd quarter. And now a word from Toyota.
Timeout. Jeffrey says Raisin Bran sucks. All right, I'm going to need you to name a better cereal than my friend. I need you to name a better cereal. And you better come correct. You better not say something like Fruity Pebbles or Cocoa Pebbles or Chips or Captain Crunch or anything like that. because then I'm going to know exactly what kind of person you are. So what's better than Raisin Bran? As we get to this quick timeout commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's in the background like, yo, he's really talking about cereal right now. Yes, this is what we do. We have a great time. We talk about all kinds of stuff that is irrelevant to the game at hand. And we have fun doing it. I'm waiting for Jeffrey. You guys are dropping all kinds of cereal, but where's Jeffrey's response? As we get back to it.
In the preseason or in the regular season, remember this, he's running Josh Allen's offense. He's not running the Bills' offense that has been tailored for Kyle Allen. And in a regular season game with a week to prepare, Ken Dorsey and the whole crew would give him things he was good at and comfortable with, and the team would rally around him as well. So as tough as it is in the preseason when you're running, when somebody tosses you the keys to somebody else's car, it's better when
Come on, Jeff.
it for you.
Well said. Ty Johnson, the deep man, and it's a touchback. Well, families
so Jeffrey Weisenbaker likes grape nuts.
Need support.
I'm waiting for Jeffrey Bozzione's
shelter to these families. Donate today
answer.
To Hawaii wildfires.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
redcross.org/NFL.
Yeah, you like the sweet cereal.
To 90999
that explains it.
To donate $10.
Can I have some sugar with some cinnamon and then some more sugar?
Choosing your backup quarterback, certainly you'd like, and this is why the Bills, I think, were in on the Trey Lance conversation. There's a guy that's kind of built like Josh.
Oh, here we go.
Big-time
First
arm,
and 10 for
big-time
these
athlete.
Bills.
And as a backup, the question would be, and this is the real job of a backup quarterback.
And this is going to be a
As we see the
handoff
running play
to
go.
Johnson,
This
who'll
is the
get
real
a
job of
yard on the
backup
play.
quarterback. Can he get Josh ready to play? Can he help
Second and
Josh
9.
in the room? Can he think like Josh or be a sounding board for Josh? That's what Kyle Allen's job is. That's what Matt Barkley's job is.
Thomas Jason, what's
It's
your
not to be
favorite
ready to play,
non-football
which is
sport
part
and
of
team?
It's to get Josh ready to play.
The Spurs,
why
basketball.
That whole room is structured the way it is. So while you do want a player that can come in and finish a game or maybe make a start here and there, you want a guy that makes your number one quarterback better.
Oh, my goodness. Second and 10.
Second down and 10. Kyle Allen to the air.
Allen.
And fires incomplete.
Too much fire on it. Incomplete, third and 9.
I'm fairly down here with Greg Rousseau, and I specifically asked for him because in Pittsburgh, I observed him being the kindest. No one was watching, and those couple
Shout out to you, Rodney. You already know, man.
billion questions in the lobby.
It's not right unless you got Raisin Bran Crunch.
You answered every single one. So I wanted Bills Mafia
What
to know
is
just
life?
how kind of a human being you are. What does it mean to be a part of this Bills squad?
Yeah. I mean, Buffalo's a special place, and just like the love that the community shows us out there. And
Greg
the love that
Rousseau.
we try to give back. It means everything to us. So we try to go out here, obviously, Sundays, play hard and get W's, but also just give back because at the end of the day, everybody's a person, and it's always great to show love.
Are you excited for the start of the season? You ready for this
Quick
preseason
throw,
stuff to
that's
be
gonna
over
be
and the real
caught
things
by
start?
Johnson. He'll get 8 yards and fight for it. Going to be just short of the first down.
New challenges and just new goals to shatter. So we're hyped. We can't wait.
Exactly. Have a great season. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have best of luck this season.
Appreciate that.
Shout out to you, Rebecca.
Could be a big year for Greg Rousseau. Meanwhile, with 3:03 to go, looks like Sean McDermott's going to keep the offense out there on 4th down and 1 from his own territory.
This seems like a preseason decision to me.
I would think.
4th and 1. Here
maybe
we go.
They're just trying to draw him offside, or maybe they'll give it to Ty Johnson, who's the running back.
Yeah, and I think you're right. They're going to try and draw him. Nope, they're going to snap it.
There we go. Johnson has
Nice
the first
move,
down.
and Bills will get the first
So
down.
Ty Johnson was
for
signed
6 yards.
on Monday. He was
First and
finally
10 for the
cleared
Bills.
after a torn pec. He played the last 3 years with the Jets.
I'll say this, and I'm trying to like look at the strategy of that. We've seen Sean McDermott in this offense come out in 4th and 1s in odd places, and that's the first thing they do, try and get them off sides, and they take a timeout and they punt it away. But if you've got it on film that they're going to snap it and do all this stuff and then really do snap it, you've got to be ready for it, which makes it in the regular season more likely that you will get them to jump off sides. Am I down the rabbit hole? I think I might be.
A little bit.
I think I might be.
Favorite Italian dish?
Strategy
You're posturing for people to watch that on film.
Probably go veal parm.
And use it against them later.
Veal parmesan.
When you're really not going to snap it. Yeah,
nice run for Ty Johnson.
Shout out to you, Save Soul. What up, man?
I might be a goner.
Jordan Mims is out with an injury today, so it's going to be a lot of Ty Johnson and Darrington Evans here down the stretch, who's in there right now. Final 90 seconds of the third quarter.
Another handoff.
Evans on the carry.
Evans will get it this time. 4 yards on the run. 2nd and 6.
Ryan Vandermark is in the game for Buffalo. He's made some noise this preseason. He took 33 snaps at left tackle last week in Pittsburgh. Ken Dorsey saying this week that he's much improved. He's grown in the system. Playing right tackle here late in the third.
Yeah,
shout out to Melvin. What up, yo?
Anderson at right
Chicken
guard.
Marsala. That's a good one.
Alec Anderson is they're trying to make, excuse me here, and Isabella, they're trying to make Alec Anderson a player a lot like Ryan Bates, a player who could play 5 positions in a pinch. We saw him play left tackle earlier. He gave up a kind of a sack strip fumble at right tackle. Now Vandermark is in there at right tackle, and they slide Anderson down inside next to Mance. Anderson getting snaps at so many different places really enhances his value to the team if he can pull it off. Now certainly he might be the 4th or 5th guy to play a tackle spot, but he certainly is big enough to play down inside guard or center.
Evans on 3rd and 1 picks up the
nice
first down
move,
and still going to the
fighting through.
35-yard line, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter.
And that will end the third quarter.
So 15 minutes
1st and 10 for these
the
Bills at the 35.
Buffalo
Score 17-13.
With a win. Through 3, they lead at 17-13. You're watching Buffalo Bills preseason football, presented by Toyota.
All right, quick timeout commercial break. Charles says, we had the torn up bread and the milk was from a box and stirred in water. Oof. Sounds like the struggle. I don't want to go back there. What you guys know about syrup sandwiches? Mayo sandwiches? We don't got to go there. Government cheese. Shout out to Tommy. He says, yo, what's up, Jay? Thanks for streaming. You know I smashed that like the first thing. How my boy JF1 do? Totally missed it. He was okay. You know, they had some issues, man. They had some issues. And then Bajan had to come in and try to clean things up for him. But right now it's 17-13. So, yeah. Shout out to Lexus. Says, oh, my, this is just preseason, and we are predicting the Super Bowl already. Oh, there's people that's saying that the 49ers are going to take it because of Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy and company. Now, I've given Brock Purdy all the praise, but, hey, we know these Bills. These Bills are going to the bowl. Timeout commercial break. Michael H. When are the Bills going to unleash Peterman? He was out there for a little while. Didn't do much. Susan says, jam sandwich. 2 pieces of bread jammed together. It's like, just 2 slices of wheat toast. Nothing else. Just put them together. Have at it.
5-4. This was Josh Allen after the third quarter ended, coming out. Words of encouragement for his teammates. Most of the players coming off the Bills sideline, I think that gives you a great indication of just how tightly knit this group is.
Yeah, there's a lot of affection, love, and respect out there. Plus, you know, nothing like seeing these guys get to play, because you don't get to watch them very much. You're practicing, you got your own thing going on, but to see your guys go out and make plays, and you get a chance to actually observe them as a fan and a friend, it's pretty cool. And I think it's kind of the first time Josh has had a chance to do that right here in the preseason in these games.
First down and 10. It's a handoff to Evans. He's got a little running room
Evans
up the middle.
still
Nice
going,
job by
breaking
Evans, still
tackles,
going.
spinning. He's fighting for it. That's a Bills touchdown. Let's go. 35-yard run by Evans.
Beautiful 35-yard touchdown run.
Oh, yeah, the bench went crazy over that one, and that was a big, physical, angry run that would look like it was going to be over 3 different times. Unfortunately, a Bears player is hurt now at the 26-yard line, but Evanson put his foot in the ground, then shrugged off a tackle.
They could not bring him down. He broke about 4 tackles.
That's big
amazing.
Time, man.
Little extra sweet for Evans,
amazing.
Who played 6 games with Chicago a year ago, going up against his former team here in the preseason.
Yeah, don't think that's lost on those guys either. They know exactly where he was last year.
There is still an injured
shout out to you,
Bear
Ticklish,
down on the field.
Yes, we have this.
So it looks like Sewell was injured as well on the play.
Right there is the move that gives him the chance to get into the secondary, and then he shirks off that tackle, and you see this too. And old-timers like me often complain about not being able to tackle, and Evanson was a great run, but as you can see, every single guy on the Bears defense tried to tackle
9 plays,
him and get
75
the ball.
yards, 4
It's
minutes,
become
23
such a point
seconds
of
off the clock.
emphasis. Defensive
Strong start
certainly
to
don't
the
want
fourth
give up a
quarter.
touchdown, but they tell their guys, and because of the different rules and the physicality that you can and can't do these days, you can't lead with your helmet, you can't tackle high. They teach these guys to tackle the ball instead of the player, and runs like you just saw.
Forces get him a roster spot.
The result. Sometimes
I am interested to see who's going to get cut, who's going to make the team. We're going to have a lot to talk about. Shout out to Reginald. What up, man?
Back after this.
What's going on with you? As we take a quick timeout commercial break. The Bills have been holding down the votes today. 430 votes, 73% for the Bills Mafia. We up 23-13, 10-point lead heading into this fourth quarter. 460 viewers, 263 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, the next goal is 300. Make sure you're hitting that like, that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. This is preseason week 3 finale. This is the last time you will see the Bills or the Bears until regular season starts, which is September 7th. So make sure you lock it in. If you have not already, subscribe to the channel. Click that bell, turn on your notifications so that way you don't miss a stream. We'll be doing this all regular season. Monday night, Thursday night, 3 games on Sunday. That is the schedule. So make sure that you guys do lock it in. Ric Flair, where you at? There you go. Timeout commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Jay, do you like seafood? Yes, I do. Walt says preseason, always the best time, NFL cuts. Shout out to you, Walt. You are absolutely correct. Jay knows. Jay always knows. All right, what do we got? Scores around the league. Oh, close one. Vikings and Cardinals. Vikings up by 2, 17-15. Kansas City Chiefs coming back strong. Are you kidding me? 30-29. Bears blowing it. As well as the Packers, they're now down by 1. Scores 13-12 against the Seahawks. My goodness.
On for the extra point. Try to make it an 11-point Buffalo advantage. Out of the hold of Sam Martin. Good snap by Reed Ferguson.
Point up is
and
good.
Kick is good. So it's 24-13 in favor of the Bills.
And there it is, 24-13.
Fan poll. We asked you earlier, of these 4, who will lead the Bills in receptions? And
Gabe Davis.
44% of you believe it's Gabe Davis. Still time to vote. Just scan the QR code
Walt, surprise cut for the Bills.
Get in your thought on this question. We do want to point out something unique going on the field with the officials for the next series here in the fourth quarter.
I think Hines is going to have a short time, to be honest.
There's 6 official mechanics during the first series.
I think that was a waste of a trade. Should have never got rid of Zach Moss.
Referee Ronald
so I'd like to see Hines gone, to be honest.
And they're going to rotate the other 6 officials around.
Yeah, Diggs.
He's getting a breather.
Yeah.
So there's a backup referee, if you will. They're just practicing what would happen if something where the referee could not continue on. The backup referee will not have a microphone, so they'll only provide hand signals if there's any penalties on this next series for the Bears. So the NFL always
all right,
tinkering
kick
on
is off. Bears will take over.
In the preseason.
It's the end zone, so it's going to be a touchback.
And let's go down to the sideline. Cynthia's with Deion Dawkins.
You didn't think an entire preseason would go by without me getting you on camera because you're
What's
the
up,
best
Ira?
interview. I have a
Shout
huge
out to you.
question. Did you find any jewelry this year?
No jewelry, no jewelry. It sucks I didn't find any jewelry, but no, not this year. I wish I did. I probably would have kept it in this year, but no jewelry.
All right, great. How was your offseason? You said you've been traveling around. What was the highlight of your offseason?
Oh, man, yeah, like the offseason was super cool, Seth. But I think the height was probably the ESPYs. Like the ESPYs was super cool. Just to be in the room with all of those guys, like LeBron James, like come on now, like but like, that was real. And to see DeMar,
all right, 1st and 10
in person, it was one for.
Face is on fire. I swear she said the same thing.
Like, does the O-line
I'm
this
so
year
glad
have
I
any
wasn't the only one
secret
thinking
handshakes
that.
Or anything? You don't have to show us,
terrible.
but should we be aware of any secret handshakes
As
this
the
year?
pass goes to Carlson for 11 yards.
For when we get pancake blocks in this year.
It's going to be a Bears first down.
A better way to bring more juice. Because, like, you know, like a D lineman, like they can like get a tackle or a sack and they can be like, oh, blah, blah. So our turn is going to be something, but you'll see it as soon as game 1 starts.
Well, now that is a legitimate
What's
team.
up, Ronald?
Definitely have a future in TV when
Big
this is
Ron
all
in the
said and
house.
done. Hey,
Shout
good
out
luck
to you,
this
man.
season. Have so much fun and enjoy the whole ride.
Thank you, Seth. You're the GOAT, and our shoe game is crazy. So don't sleep. Seth is the best.
The always animated Deion Dawkins. Marcus Ingram makes a tackle. P.J. Walker is the new Buffalo quarterback. We'll see if Nathan Peterman enters this game at some point. Who did I say? Buffalo.
Talk about Deion Dawkins, Ira? Cut it out.
He did timeout, so yes.
What's up, Ronald? How you doing, man?
P.J. Walker, who spent last year with
How you
Carolina.
been? How's everything going?
Temple product.
2nd and 5.
The wave has caught on here at Soldier Field. You don't see that very often.
And that's a run by
2nd
Homer
and
for
5,
2
and
yards.
The Bills run defense ready for that one.
3rd
One of
and
the newest
3.
Bills, Deshaun White, who was signed on Monday in on that tackle. Played in the USFL earlier this year with Michigan.
Tyler Brooks, what up, man?
3 for the Bears.
What's going on with you?
I'm sorry, I had to take a minute to watch the wave here. I had always told my family and friends, don't ever let me catch you doing the wave. I'm down here, you know, playing with these big nasty guys, and you're up there waving.
Ronald, we good, man. Having a good time. Bills football.
3rd and 3. Walker taking a shot. And
Great
incomplete.
Saturday, incomplete.
The rookie
leading
Alex
to 4th
Austin
and
had the
3.
coverage for the Bills. And Matt Eberflus will send out his punt team.
Nice job by Alex Austin. He's flashed here in the preseason. One of the things we notice every year, and that's once again get his eyes back on the ball, and they're not going to throw a flag if you're looking to try and play the football. Austin has done, and one of the things the young players, it's always a problem.
Arizona says so many
Alex Austin
excuses
has
for the
flashed and made
Bears.
some really good plays and done some really good things, but he's
You know
also
a name
had
I
the
haven't
other end
seen
of
in a
the
while?
spectrum, and once they can
Immortal.
level out and get consistent.
been
while
quiet.
still sprinkling in the great plays. That's when they become a really
He has
good
been
pro.
quiet.
Isabella from the 13. Jumping over a
Isabella,
defender.
a
and
couple
then brought
quick
down
moves, and
at the 17-yard
he will
line.
go down.
With 12:45 to go in the 4th quarter, Buffalo gets the football back. They lead it 24-13 here in Chicago.
Diggs to Denver. You all right, Tyler? You all right, man? I got Jerry Judy over there. He'll be all right. Much love, Ronald. You all good, man. Who's gonna take this Browns and Chiefs game? That's what's really crazy. 30 to 29, 1-point game over there, as well as that 3-point game with the Packers and the Seahawks. Someone said Jordan Love was doing good. What happened? Everyone's injured out here. So you want Diggs to come out there and get injured too? Is that what's going on? He's like, come on, bring somebody else out so they can get injured too, since everybody else is injured. Shout out to Shantae. What up, Shantae? What's going on with you? I can tell you what happened with the Browns. They are the Browns. Yeah, well, you know. It's so funny because, you know, every year is a new year. So every year is this year. Every year is going to be that year. All the Browns fans just hit me up. It's our year, Jay. It's our year. We'll see. Shantae, how's the game so far? It's been good. It's been good. Little defensive battle here and there, but the Bills have been a little bit more consistent than they were last week, so good thing to see. Shell says, at least they're consistent. That's what's important, ladies and gentlemen. Consistency. No matter if you win or lose, just make sure you do it right and you do it consistently. Either be a really, really good winner or a really good loser. Just don't whine about it.
And you know how much I love Marv, and everybody in Buffalo knows him. And so everything comes out of his mouth seems like gospel, right? You're going to believe it. Well, he tells me this story last night. I couldn't believe it. So we're sitting there, and he's talking about his career in coaching. He was at Cal Berkeley as a head coach, and how he got the job. He was a young coach at New Mexico, like in his late teens, early 20s, as we watch the Bills take. And I hope I don't bogart this mic.
No, we want to hear this.
So Marv is a young coach, just out of high school, it seems. Maybe in his mid-20s, maybe his early 20s.
Allen throws incomplete.
This is in the mid-40s.
That was to Isabella. 2nd and 10.
He, is a coach at New Mexico. They have some success, and he elevates through the ranks of that coaching staff. And later on in his career,
beat the KC Chiefs in the playoffs, and I will love the Bills for one season.
As a head coach.
Well, don't be a bandwagoner now, Walt. If you're a KC fan, be a KC fan.
This young coach at New Mexico, because this president Cal
Berkeley, I want to feel your pain
and
drink those tears
Los Alamos,
when they lose.
At the time when Marv was coaching. So he went on to say that the president of the Cal Berkeley University,
with pass going to be broken up. That was to Sternberger. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Cal Berkeley, and Marv's like, that's great. And what was, who is this president that, who was it? The man's name was Robert Oppenheimer.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Marv, I looked at Marv like, are you kidding me? Oppenheimer handpicked you to coach Cal Berkeley.
Wow.
The guy is unbelievable.
3rd and 10.
That is a movie.
It isn't. Yeah. And he told, Marv can drop names like God himself. He knows everybody and has known some of the most prominent historic figures in our country over the course of his lifetime. It's amazing.
Allen throws wide open in the middle. That's going to be Aitman.
That's just one instance
for
of
19 yards.
He told me a couple of other stories as well that I just couldn't believe. It was just a thrill to talk to him, see him. He's doing great. People in Buffalo always ask me about him. His daughter had contacted me. As you see here, this is a nice catch. That's a great throw and catch.
Marcel Aitman bringing that one in.
His family sitting there in the front row right behind the Bills bench with "Where Would You Rather Be" t-shirts on. Bless their heart. It was great to see him.
Where would you rather be than right here, right now?
That's so cool. You got to see him.
Shout out to Marv.
Good stuff, Steve. Ty Johnson on the carry. And
quick shout out to Lord Roach for subscribing. Thanks a lot, Lord Roach. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing.
What do you make of Kyle Allen today, Steve? 13 of 19 for 115 yards, the touchdown and the interception.
I like what I've seen. He looks functional, and I don't mean to say that in a derogatory way. He looks better than functional. He's got a live arm. He looks way better and more comfortable than he has
Second
in
and
the
two.
preseason. And obviously, when he had good players around him, he
Nice
played
cut.
extremely well. He's moved the ball.
First down for
They
the
get-
Bills,
they
6
continue
yards
to
for
get
Johnson.
First downs here later on. And I'll say this too, and not for nothing.
Shout out to you, Jacqueline.
The Bears have got the bottom of their roster playing, and Kyle Allen's playing with the players at the bottom of the Bills roster as well now too. But he's still being effective. He looks like one of the better players on the field in this situation. That's a pretty good spot to be in for your backup quarterback. And I don't know how you could say it any better than that. When he's in an NFL game in the preseason, he looks like he's in command.
Allen.
Yeah, those are the
Takes the
updated
handoff,
numbers.
and he's going to keep it.
As Kyle Allen will keep it himself, and looks
And
like he
runs for the
picked up
first
the
down.
first down.
Has a heads-up play there too. He probably could have tried to fit it in to the crossing route to Shavers. Or
How you
on
doing,
the
Jacqueline?
outside,
What's
maybe
going on with you?
on the outside, but just made the right decision, took the 10-yard scramble, kept his feet in bounds, and they continue to move the chains. The Bills have looked like a quality football team today. Exactly what Sean
Nancy
McDermott
Phelps, what's up,
was
Nancy?
hoping for.
Go Bills. Bills Mafia in the house. Let's go.
First down and 10 for Buffalo. They run it with Ty Johnson again. Breaks a couple of tackles. A stiff arm there. And Johnson
he'll
with some
get
hard
maybe
running here
3
in the
yards.
fourth quarter.
Second and 7.
Now, I think it's important to point out, Steve, that yes, a lot of the people on the field right now probably will not make the 53-man roster, but that practice squad is so important. It no longer is a place where you just have some young guys to develop. These guys actually play in games with the rules where you can come up a couple of times off the practice squad
and
each
it's
year.
big. It's big. And I'll say this, you can say, well, you're really not playing it. You really are. You play professional football from Monday through Saturday. Then on Sundays, you get to watch the guys you play with during the week play a real game. But you are on an NFL team as a practice squad player, getting coached and playing and getting better
High
every
throw,
day.
incomplete.
And that's why it's so
Third and
valuable
7.
that the league has expanded the ability for teams to keep players in the pipeline. A lot of players have really benefited from the practice squad and the team's ability to bring them up and down off the active roster.
Our first and 10 technology is presented by Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills.
Third and 7 at the
Third down and
36
7 for
for
Kyle
these
Allen in
Bills.
Buffalo.
Let's go.
Andy Isabella in the slot at the bottom of your screen.
Shout out to Joyce B. What up, though?
Allen to Evans, and
Takes it over to Evans,
has
fights
just
for the
enough
first
for a
down and gets it.
Yeah,
First
excellent
and 10
throw
at the 28,
by
9 minutes
Kyle
on the
Allen.
clock.
Evans
and
going
rolling.
to slip out, just turn around and present himself to the quarterback, and then
Well, he's on the pup list right now.
And it's a first down. It's exactly what you're trying to do, moving the chains. This is a really, really sharp drive by the Buffalo Bills. Really well executed, really efficient.
So hopefully we'll see him maybe in a couple weeks.
Richard Garage is playing left tackle right now for Buffalo. Undrafted rookie out of Florida.
That'll be
Evans
a
again,
handoff
and
to
this
Evans.
time
He'll get
he's
a yard on
taken
the
down.
run. Second and 9.
Terrell Smith, the rookie from Minnesota, making the tackle for Matt Eberflus's defense. Bears went 3-14 a year ago. And this year they'll open up the regular season at home right here at Soldier Field against the Green Bay Packers.
Please send Dak a pair of
Second
glasses
down and
this year.
9.
Shout out to you, Bob.
Evans. And then it's going to bring
Another
up third
run
and
for
long
a couple
Buffalo.
yards. Third
Yeah,
and
now,
7.
This is, you can sense a little bit of change in the philosophy here now. The Bills are running. It's a run, it's another run, and then a pass to try and convert. And a run, and then another run, and then a pass to try and convert.
I think this is the start the bus strategy.
It is a keep the clock running strategy. We're late in the fourth quarter, second half.
Keep that clock rolling as we approach the 7 minute, 30-second mark. Third and 7 for the Bills.
Health is now priority one.
Allen throws to the middle, and that's dropped. Sternberger
could not hold on.
If you got it in your hands, you got to bring it in.
It was a great throw
Incomplete.
by Kyle Allen. Sternberger's going to hate that because that ball hit him right.
Charlenza, they do
right
not.
Up where he can see it and get his hands
not
on
in the
it,
regular
and he
season.
Just couldn't put it in. I don't know that somebody didn't get a hand up high on it. Yeah, maybe got a piece of it there. But oh man, that's one that's going to stick with him.
That's the kind of stuff that gets you cut before
Tyler
cutoff.
Bass will come out to attempt a 43-yard field goal.
As Bills will kick the field goal. And
this one is pushed right.
Wow, no good.
He missed an extra point earlier this preseason, and now he misses his first field goal of the summer. So
McDermott does not look happy.
Bears get the football back. It's still a 24-13 Buffalo advantage.
I don't like it. It almost looked intentional. 7 minutes and 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 24-13 is the score. Bills Mafia, we up. As for the scores around the league, Packers taking back the lead. Taking back the lead. 19-15 against the Seahawks. KC is still up by 1 against the Browns, 30-29. Cardinals coming back, taking the W, potentially, with scores 18-17 against the Vikings. Close scores for those 3 games. We'll see what happens as they're wrapping them up as we get this commercial break. Shout out to Jimbo. Listen, I want to see Jordan Love do great. I do. I think people wrote him off. I think a lot of people said that with Aaron Rodgers being gone, the Packers weren't really going to have a chance. So I'm excited to see what Jordan Love does, without a doubt. So as we get to this quick commercial break, heading over to the votes. 468 votes, 73% for your Bills. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to VP Heimer. What up, man? Shout out to you guys. 461 viewers, 275 likes. We need 25 more to get to 300. Shout out to you guys. Bill's schedule: week 1 at the Jets, week 2 Raiders, week 3 Commanders, week 4 Dolphins. Great start for the Bills. And I'm excited for Monday, September 11th at 8:15. Monday night, make sure you are here for the Bills versus the Jets. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
30 a.m. That's early for you on Sunday.
It is. It's a little early.
Roshan Johnson the carry. Zane Anderson is checked in for the Bills and helping out on that tackle along with Kingsley Jonathan. Bills bye week is not until week 13, December the 3rd. I think we talked about that earlier in the preseason, but I agree with that. A lot of teams want to have that bye right after London. I wouldn't want to have a bye after week 5.
Second and 8.
It's more important to
and he's just going to get rid of it there.
Have the season broken up, plus get some guys healthy late in the year, particularly a team with the expectations the Bills have within their building. You get the week 13 bye, then you got this little stretch here. I don't know if you've heard about it, but the Chiefs, Cowboys, Chargers, Patriots, Dolphins. You need a little break before you take those people on in consecutive weeks. Plus, it'll allow you to get a little bit healthier at the point of the season where you've got a real stretch run.
Week 14 at the
going on.
Chiefs.
So, I think
Gonna be
week
a crazy
13 is
one.
perfect.
Week 12 against the Eagles, too. That's November 26th. That'll be Sunday.
Everybody wants to see this team
That's
play.
right.
I really believe it.
31. The penalty is declined. Result of the play, third down.
Ronald Torbert's back. We told you he took a breather earlier in the fourth quarter.
The white hat standing over on the sidelines. This is a perfect time to make a joke about, hey, they did a better job without you. In my normal officiating.
All right, 3rd and 8 for your Bears.
3rd down and 8 for P.J. Walker and the Bears.
I mean, I guess they're playing with the Browns, but hey. 3rd and 8, here we go. Quick throw, nice catch.
Walker was able to get rid of it.
That's a good first down, 12 yards to Webster.
Kingsley Jonathan nearly got there for a sack, but good job by Walker to release.
Yeah, that was a really good rip and spin move by Kingsley Jonathan. He got the big, that's a Von Miller move, top to bottom. He comes in with a high, stiff arm to the tackle, spins inside, and almost got home.
Alex Austin makes the tackle for Buffalo.
Kingsley Jonathan's been on the.
Sean, say that's exactly what
bunch of these coaches. He's
what I said a couple months back when I dropped the Aaron Rodgers video.
You might keep 10 guys, might keep an 11th guy.
He had all the tools that he needed with the Packers, but he decided to just up and leave because he didn't want to help develop. But then he still went to the Jets, even with young players that he's got to develop over there. So,
has done nothing but improve. And that's a nice spot to be.
We'll see if it was worth it.
Defensive line coach Eric Washington said this week that Jonathan has made a nice case for himself, especially after the way he played in Pittsburgh a week ago.
Yeah, he said he raised some, got some extra reps because of the rotation.
Verbal says Aaron is a selfish person with a huge ego.
But he did not care. He just
karma comes back around.
Reps,
so
got kind of plugged into a spot where he wasn't.
Week one's going to tell it all.
Get plugged into and made the most of it.
Webster's a nice move for 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Coaches love guys who you tell them to do something unexpected and it's out of their expertise and don't complain. Kingsley Johnson's one of those guys. He said, "You want me to do what? I got it. Let's go." Coaches love that because. The one thing we learned, particularly going through the season the Buffalo Bills did last year, nothing is predictable. And to have guys who are willing to do whatever it takes is really a plus for a coaching staff.
It's no surprise that Kingsley plays that way. He has that Syracuse education, Steve. Top notch all around. Let's check in with Cynthia.
Broken up, incomplete, 2nd and 2.
You stole my thunder on that Syracuse comment there, Andrew Catalan. I was going to make sure, and we made sure that we made note of that. But I think that versatility, if you look at a lot of teams around the NFL, notably the Philadelphia Eagles last year, the amount of subbing in and out in that front 7 is actually gone up. So over the past 3 seasons, we've seen more and more subbing in and more quote-unquote exotic fronts. So the more versatile you can be, the better opportunity you have, not just make this squad, but any in the NFL.
That's a great point, Cynthia. You always hear coaches say we want to rotate the guys up front, keep them fresh so that pressure continues throughout the game. And the Bills certainly have the numbers to do that again this year.
They do, and it's interesting, too, because the front 4 for the Bills
4 minutes, 48 seconds left on the clock.
As much as any front 4 in the NFL. The back 7 is almost a constant, except for injuries or whatever. Sean McDermott with Tremaine Edmonds, who was here, who's actually here for the Chicago Bears today. But that back 7 is almost a constant. They have never rotated those guys.
Rodgers will go down in a blaze of glory.
Poyer, Tre'Davious White, Taron Johnson, and quarterback 2, whoever it has been, Levi Wallace.
Shout out to Martha Donner for subscribing. Thanks a lot, Martha. Welcome to the channel.
4th and 2. Good coverage.
Thank you
by
for subscribing.
Ingram, who's had himself a nice day.
So it'll be interesting to see if that trend affects the Buffalo Bills and their new defensive coordinator. Are they going to start rotating players as often as other teams have begun to do around the National Football League, particularly in the front 4? They always do, but in that back 7, it'll be interesting. I don't know that they will, but if they do, it's going to be because they've got a new defensive coordinator who also happens to be the head coach, and they'll make that call.
Bills take over with 4:43
says
on the
Packers
clock.
suck,
here
and now
in the
even
fourth
more that
quarter.
the savior is
One of the
gone.
newest Bills is entered at right tackle. That's
Man, tough
Garrett
love for the
McGinn, who
Packers, huh?
signed on Monday.
All right, here we go, Bills.
Johnson running that
it's going
way.
to be a
Picks up
handoff.
a couple.
2nd and 8.
Well, I think a good sign today was the play of Damian Harris. Didn't play the first 2 games because of the knee injury. I think you get a sense for how the Bills might want this to play out with James Cook being out there a lot, and then when those short yardage downhill runs, bringing in Damian Harris. And of course, we can't forget Latavius Murray, who's had a great summer as well.
That's right. I think Damian Harris is a guy that the Bills have really watched and coveted, and he has really had great days against the Bills. And now to see him come out and play like he hasn't been playing at all in this preseason. Now to come out and see him kind of emerge and be the kind of guy, exactly kind of guy you thought he was.
Man, that's going to be a loss. Johnson gets wrapped up.
Coming into the regular season right now.
Loss of 3 yards, 3rd and 11.
Some really nice runs.
There he is, Damian Harris, who, when he was a rookie in 2019 with the Patriots, Bill Belichick made him inactive 14 times. Belichick tends to do that with some young players, bring them along slowly. He was one of those guys, and then when he was finally able to get in there, had some big seasons. We showed you his numbers against the Bills over the years. In
shout out to Walt for drinking the red wine.
15 rushing touchdowns, which was tied
3rd
for
and 11.
2nd in the NFL that year. Touchdown today.
What's up,
for
Russell?
Damian Harris on 3rd
Shout
and
out to you,
11.
man.
Bills content with milking some clock. Ty Johnson comes up short of a first down.
It looks like
Sean McDermott might just say,
punt it away.
Yeah, he'll punt.
Going to punt it away.
Chris, they're not going to go for it.
This too. I mean,
they're going to punt it away.
Now, you did it once earlier in the half, the second half here, on a 4th and short, even a 4th and 3. That's a little different, but you just think so much about those physical plays, those hard physical runs. Maybe somebody gets rolled up on, and you just don't want that to happen. Just punt it away and hope for a fair catch.
Martin's kick.
It was blocked.
The Bears get a piece of it. And a good job by Tyrell Shavers to fall on that one. So Chicago
should
could
have
not
just went
pick it
for
up
it.
and run
Like,
with
this
it.
is the kind of stuff I don't like.
Well,
finish
that's
strong,
why
Bills. We need to
here.
finish strong.
He went up and under on Shavers and just couldn't get across his face to stop the momentum. And yeah, that's just a clean block. What an outstanding effort. Outstanding effort by Terrell Smith. That's hard to do. It's hard to do because I'll tell you what, Matt.
Michael says Bears need to
Sam
put in
Martin
Peterman. He was already in.
Didn't take his time. I mean, he got that ball off on time. And man, oh man, that was a nice block.
Bills have had some special teams breakdowns this preseason. They allowed a 54-yard punt return to the Colts. They gave up a 62-yard kick return today to Chicago. They had a punt block now. Tyler Bass has missed a couple of kicks.
It's Chicago's ball, 1st and 10.
Well, we already knew that, ref.
But I guess you could
1st
also
and
say
10 for the
that
Bears
in
at the
the
28.
preseason, you're trying different guys out on special teams. You want to see what they have, so you might have some of these breakdowns.
Alpha says Jets come with swagger this year. Jets will surprise lots of people.
For some more core special teams.
We'll see if it was all worth it, man.
They need some new guys to come in and take the place of a guy like Terrell Dodson, who may not be a special teams player. They've lost Balin Spector today. Guys like that, Tyler Medikevich has not been available. So they've had some guys go down. So they've had some players. And it's not just that they're new players. They're also players that may be being asked to play a different position than they have been asked to thus far in the preseason.
High snap.
And a flag comes out.
It's going to be a false start.
As Walker just throws it down. It's going to be against Chicago.
Ball start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. It's 1st down.
Prairie Tom says, I hope the Jets don't have a disastrous season.
About Nathan Peterman, expecting that we'd see him.
We have not seen him.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
It's disappointing.
I have a lot on him. If he comes in.
I thought the world would be complete if he would just throw us one pick six.
Walker
Here's
in
Walker.
trouble, throws it deep. That's a catch.
Stephen Carlson.
And Carlson for 28 yards.
By Jared Maiden,
Bears threatening to
first and goal
score.
for Chicago.
Nice
28-yard gain.
Nice throw by P.J. Walker. He's going to throw this right down that seam, the same throw that the Bills completed for a touchdown earlier in the game.
First and goal, they go for
Walker
it off the
has
edge,
got a
and that's to Burns for 5 yards. Bears touchdown.
Undrafted fullback out of UConn. And he's in the end zone for the Bears.
Wow. Very fast touchdown for the Bears.
And the Bears are going to go for 2-point conversion.
And they're going to go for 2.
Another look at the touchdown.
He's going to head right out into the flat. And
Chris TV, you were right, man.
Moment of
They should have went for
the
it.
Bills secondary.
They should have went for it.
You need to complete that if you're the Bears.
So Chicago will go for 2. This serves as the 2-minute warning with 1:58 on the clock.
Burns. Handoff, and Burns will front flip into the end zone. Come on, Bills.
All 8 of the points. Octopus.
I like it.
You like that?
Yeah.
There you go. A preseason octopus. Very rare. But Burns has one.
Is it just me, or is it really weird that all these games are this close? 30-29, 18-17, 24-21. Tinfoil Hat Gang, where you at? Come on, Bills. Score is 24-21. Minute 58 left on the clock as we take a quick timeout commercial break. I need to know. Am I in this by myself with this thought process right now? Shout out to Lisa Downey. Holds up hand. She's like, it's like, Jay, I'm with you, Jay. Some weird's going on here. It's just weird. Listen, I'm not gonna go there. Timeout. With the chin strap. Shout out to Mary Alice. Sell tinfoil hats. You know. I'll sell those out quick with all these interesting games we have and how things just work out to be so close. You got players doing easy front flips for 2-point conversions because nobody's playing defense. All right. Michelle says foil makes for easy cleanup. Shout out to the tinfoil hat gang as well as the paper plate princesses. The Browns and the Chiefs have scored a combined 62 points. Is anybody playing defense now?
Robert Burns, 5-yard touchdown, and he scored the 2-point conversion.
Chris Hall, yeah, I'm not.
And it's now a 24-21 game.
Like I said,
Bills are set up expecting an onside kick.
it's always a close call. We have such an issue with closing out games. And it's always been my problem.
Yes, for sure. I just wonder if in the preseason,
even when we had our run, we just couldn't close out games. And we're still seeing it.
Run the clock out with the Bears having 3 timeouts.
That's assuming Matt Eberflus would use the timeouts.
That's right. Which you would think he would have the good sense not to do in a preseason game, but you never know.
That was just a big bust.
So the ball fell off the tee.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I think he was gonna onside it, dribble it down the middle, and missed.
It is a bit breezy here in Chicago today.
Oh, it fell over again. Come on, guys. Now nobody's looking.
Ball just fell again.
The ball's blowing off the tee here. Watch.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Timber.
And then he put it on the tee again, started to walk away, and it fell off again. Now they got a guy holding it.
Thank you. There's too much going on. Place your bets now, everybody. See where this one is going.
Right? Please. Yes, please.
Okay.
You might fair catch it. Nope.
Ty Johnson
bringing it out.
He wants some film. And he's tackled at the 20 with 1:53 on the clock. As Steve pointed out, Bears could elect to use their timeouts. We'll see if they do. Scan the QR code on your screen to join.
So Bears have all 3 timeouts. Minute 58 on the clock. Bills up by 3.
Feature at halftime on the Northtown Automotive Halftime Show, showing you some of the inspiration behind the design for the new stadium. And while we have a minute, do want to thank our incredible crew this summer. Joe Pinter, our producer, director Matt Gould, our executive producer Jeff Matthews, everyone in the truck throughout the summer. It's always a great crew here, Buffalo Bills preseason football. Honored to be a part
here we go, 1st and 10.
Kyle Allen pulls it and
throw
throws it.
is bobbled.
I didn't have that on my bingo card with 1:48
Incomplete.
to go.
That'll stop the clock at 2nd and 10. Why not run the ball?
Throws that were not good. This is one of them. The other one was the interception he threw to Gabe Davis that was short. This one.
Why wouldn't you run the ball? Make them use the timeout.
That ball was going to be short even if it wasn't tipped.
What are we doing?
So there's a couple of throws that Kyle Allen would like to have back, and he's had to pay the price for it. And other than that, he's been pretty clean today.
2nd and 10.
Bears fans who are still here loudly chanting defense now. The
Hand
Bills
off.
will run it with
And Evans up the middle. He'll get about 6.
Oh, yeah. Matt Eberflus.
2nd and 4.
He's playing for keeps here in the
timeout
preseason.
called.
Calls a timeout.
You want to get used to
What's
doing
up,
it the
Russell?
right way.
Tyler says, do I smell a tie?
And so
No, we
do
got
it
to
the
get
right
this
way.
W, yo. We got to get this W.
You know, and I don't have to like it, and it may not work, probably won't work to win the game, but you got to do it the right way. And so here we go. And I don't know that I think he's correct too in not kicking the onside kick if you are playing for keeps, because with 3 timeouts, now 2 timeouts left, there's a minute 44. The Bills throw the incomplete pass. You're going to get this pass, this ball back with plenty of time, plus maybe even one of your timeouts remaining if the Bills try and convert this third with a pass, and you can get an incompletion.
You know what? They know you're going for the pass, so I would actually run, or I would go with the screen.
Now he's saying, all right,
whatever you do, don't just throw a pass to the middle.
That's right. Yeah, that's a fair point. The Bills
Screen or a running play.
By trying to throw the football.
3rd and 5. Allen on the slant, and Aitman gobbles it up for a first down.
Okay, so we got him on the
And
slant.
Now they'll take their second timeout.
He's going to call another timeout.
Right.
Okay.
So Bears will use their
he's thinking
second
it's 4th down,
timeout.
Eberflus. It looked like Aitman got enough for the first.
Yeah, he got enough for the first. And even so, now the Bills do have enough to take this clock way down. And they'll run
so
the
first and 10 at the 33.
Running play, depending on what the yardage is. Chicago will take their final timeout. And then, depending on how much time is on the clock, the Bills could.
Cardinals beat the Vikings by 1, 18-17.
With being second down, they wouldn't be able to run the clock out.
Wow.
Unless there's minute 20. Then they got to get it. They need this play before the play clock starts.
But if the Bills take a knee here, I don't see him calling a timeout.
That's true.
If you just take a knee.
I mean, they're not. Yeah.
I mean, I would just take a knee. It's a minute 40.
It's a 1st and 10 for the Bills. They run it. And Eberflus will call his final timeout.
Okay, so now the Bills can run this down. If they can hand it off and get a first down, game's over.
So clock stops at 1:35.
So if the Bills go on to win,
shout out to Jimmy.
McDermott will improve to 14-7 all time in the preseason as head coach of the Bills.
The thing, I'd hand it off twice on second down and third down. If you can get a first down, awesome, game's over. If you don't, go ahead and punt it away, but you'll use the play clock down to 0 because the clock will be
second
running.
and 6.
Chicago is out of timeouts.
And the most that Chicago could have would be like 16 seconds.
Hand off to Evans.
Evans.
Close, but
and he gets to the
40.
Maybe
It'll be
third down
3
and
yards.
2.
It'll be
That's
third and 3.
There. Now, if you can convert this,
shout out to you, Lex, and much love.
And this is exactly.
Shout
what
out to all you guys
your
for rocking
up
with us
front.
today.
Say, listen, this is a game.
Third and 3. Clock's gonna roll.
Get a first down. Do not let them stop us.
And they'll let this clock go down to about the 50
yeah, they'll take this
mark.
all the way down to 50 seconds or thereabouts on the game clock. And even if they don't get this first down, they'll get all the way down to 10 seconds with the play clock on fourth down.
Play clock at 3.
Handoff. Evans. Jump cut.
Picks
First
up the
down.
first
Let's
down,
go.
and
Ball
should
game.
do it. Bills can run out the
Goodness.
clock, and they can head home with a 2-1 record in the preseason. Well, I think there's a lot to like from a Buffalo perspective today. Josh Allen, who you see there, leading the Bills on a touchdown drive. Damian Harris, the touchdown. Diggs, a couple of catches. Defense made some plays. And I think
Jimbo
you have
said
a much
failures.
better feeling in your mouth.
Victory
even though it's
formation
the
as Allen
preseason,
kneels.
After today's game compared to a week ago.
Yeah, they look much more like the team everybody expects them to be in this game than they did a week ago in the first half. So
Jimbo says fire the city.
Certainly a lot to be happy about, but an important bunch of decisions coming down the road for the Bills. Brandon Beane and the coaching staff about what this 53-man roster is actually going to be.
Tyler says you can breathe, Jay.
24-21 the final. The Bills win it. We have more to
cardiac
come
kids.
from Soldier Field. We'll wrap up the preseason when we come back.
All right, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Score is going to be 24-21. Bills Mafia taking the W. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm okay with this win. Am I happy about it? So many issues. So many problems still at defense. And if these things are not addressed by week 1, when the real games start, there's going to be a lot of frustrations. A lot of frustrations. So we'll take the W, but we're going to have to address this defense in the upcoming week and a half before we get started. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, lock it in. If you have not already, click that bell, turn your notifications. I will be dropping content and news as far as everything Bills coming up. We'll also address what's going on around the league. And then we'll get started on September 7th. Regular season starts. Thursday Night Football. Make sure you guys are here for it. In the meantime, make sure that you guys have a great Saturday. It's only 4 o'clock. So, yeah, shout out to you guys. Have a good Saturday. Enjoy your time. And I'll see you all soon. I'll try to get on tomorrow. We'll see what happens. That'll be the last game. Fortunately, we don't have a Monday night, so tomorrow will be the last game of the preseason. So there it is. Chiefs 33, Browns 32 with 48 seconds left. Chiefs taking that W, huh? With 1 point. We'll see. All right. Shout out to you guys. Much love. Shout out to the Wrench Gang. Shout out to the family. Big ups to all the watchers, all the listeners. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Peace out.